continue with, and you can see here how I've used a small one, but then I've added depth to the montage by working with the larger butterfly as well. So that's the first set. Then the second set, let me put that to one side. The second set is this one with the moon. I love this one. Right, now this is one we're going to work with in a minute with the fuchsias. You can see this has got splashes on it, which is so cool, and silhouette butterflies. Now this is an interesting piece of art. See that ring on its own? It's like a copy mark, but it's so cool. Let me just show you, for example, this piece of artwork, just to explain. This is one that Dee did, right? So this butterfly or moth is here, and then this is over the top of it. You see, it's not part of the stamp. It ties the two together, and then it's spot coloured literally inside it. So I just wanted to show you, for those who want to look, it says follow the light. That's the stamp. That's the stamp. So there are so many elements in the larger set. Yeah. It's so versatile, Janice.
I've just looked at the moon. When I first saw that in stamp format, I thought, oh, that's a lovely little smiley face. But they're butterflies. That is wonderful.
They're little individual butterflies.
Yeah.
They're tiny little stamps. So when you look up close, you can see these are all three of them are individual tiny little stamps within the moon. We don't waste any space when we lay up our stamps.
Barbara, we're limited stock on that complete collection. Limited stock. You're coming in for it in your droves. It is going to sell out. If you do want it, please head to the website or stay on the phone lines. But if you're on the phone lines, you can head to the website. Oh, we've sold out, Barbara. We've technically sold out, yes, which means we only have the larger collection available for you. Still a wonderful collection with the mass to get and behold and use and have such a wonderful time creating with. So we have technically sold out of the larger collection, but this is sensational. You're saving £10 on this deal, £49.97, and you've still got your flexi payments on here, so it makes it affordable. 2 payments of £24. Look at that. Sorry. Even look at that. 2 payments of £24.99. It's absolutely adorable. They do say, Barbara, that yes.
What have we got left?
We have got the larger, the montage elements stamp and mass collection, the 54 stamps. We've got that left. Yes, we've sold out the complete collection. But I was just
the big bundle.
That's right. Yes. Yeah. The big bundle has now gone. I was just looking at this sample here, Barbara, and I was just going to say that a whole collection of butterflies is called a kaleidoscope, and that actually looks like a kaleidoscope.
Isn't that wonderful?
Yeah, isn't that clever?
How clever is that?
That's by June. Very, very clever.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Who did that, please?
June did it. June Telford. Oh, Jane.
Jane. Do you mean a Jane?
Jane Telford, yes. You have now.
Time to go to.
I've not got my glasses on, Barbara. Oh dear. Right.
Well, that one you've got there.
Yeah.
That one you've got there is using this here that I've got here. Look.
Oh, let's have a look.
So I'm looking at the artboards here. There we are. This is using this particular butterfly or moth, isn't it? This one.
That is beautiful. Beautiful.
Look at all the bubbles. That's what we're going to focus on in a minute.
Bubbles and berries. I love them.
Good.
Right, we are just setting up for the demonstration, but I just want to show you the website because we have got plenty of other items on the show. Just because we sold out of the complete collection doesn't mean everything's gone. We've got some great items. These are fabulous for your backgrounds, and we were very busy for these earlier on. 80% of the stock has gone of those. £29.98. They help you build your backgrounds. You've got the rectangles in there as well. Your mega mounts, they're so useful. Do go and check those out. We've also got the fantastic word sticker books as well. So you've got your barbarisms in there and your Leoneisms in there. So go and take a look at those. They're fabulous. They're in black and they're in white as well. We've got black card and white card for you in those great collections. We've also got some craft card as well. Go and check out the Micron set of pens. They are fabulous. I love those. Artistry inks, Barbara will be using these throughout the show, so you know that they're there. You can head to the website and pick up the ones you want. We also have those brushes as well that I'm sure Barbara will be using as well, and they're always very, very popular. So this is the bundle that's left for you: the Claritystamp Cherry Green A5 Butterfly Montage Element Stamp Set and Mass Collection. 54 stamps in total, saving £10, 2 payments of £24.99. Right, let's head back to Barbara now, and let's get into that demonstration. Barbara.
Right, so where we left off, thank you, Janice. We left off with the watercolour, and I thought we'd kind of go back to where we were and just carry on. So the first thing I wanted to sort of flag up, if that's okay with you, is what we're actually working on. So we've got this beautiful, now this is really worth looking at on the counter, because the price on this, when you start to consider what is involved. First of all, you've got the watercolour pad. I've already started doing a little bit of work. We started on that earlier on, didn't we? So we've got the watercolour pad. Then we've got this little petite journal, which is beautiful as a little diary or gift. And remember I said that they can come out as well, which is a really lovely little watercolour sampler, is what I would call that, or a diary.
Love
then
that.
Included in that, of course, you've got 2 sets, not 1 set of 3, but 2 sets of 3 water brushes. And if I'm not mistaken, you also get a pair of mix mats. Is that right? You get one for water and one for oil, Janice.
Yes, yes, you do. You do.
And that price is spectacular, because I know, I mean, these brushes I've used, I wouldn't sell them unless they were excellent. Often water brushes, they seep or they drip. These hold their water really, really well. And the other thing is that the nibs themselves, you'll see that when you take the lids off, the nibs are different sizes. So you get shorter, what would you call this piece?
Reservoir?
The reservoir, thank you. And the shorter reservoir ones are brilliant. Say you want to mix colours, so that you actually put some inky drops in there. You don't want to water it, so that the shorter ones are brilliant for that, and then the longer ones are great just for water application. And these are very expensive usually, but especially this quality, you know, so they're really worth considering, especially with the watercolour pads and the mix mats. I'm going to show you what to do with this now.
It is a great deal. Details on the screen: 525062, only £32.97, saving £5. What a fabulous little gift for somebody. Easter's coming up, Mother's Day's coming up, birthdays are around the corner. Treat yourself as well. Why not? Spring's here. Give us a call, 01733 62000, or you can head to the website and have a look at that and then purchase it and pop it into your basket. But yeah, excellent value for money, that, Barbara. Thank you.
Really is. You know, the brushes alone usually cost that kind of money, and that's without the watercolour pads. So what I wanted to do is go back to where we were before. So I've gone forward a little bit, and we're looking at this piece of artwork. We've stamped the stamping, we've created our montage with different elements, and then just to recap, I tell you what I did want to say as well. This is worth bearing in mind. When you're stamping directly into this book or into this book, if you want to leave your art inside the book and not pull it out, but you want to stamp on it, get a mega mount like this, like an acrylic board, and slide it in underneath before you start stamping.
Okay.
You know, this is the 7x7. It's a really beautiful. This is what we use for the gel press. You know, when we put the gel press on it.
Yeah.
Right. The 7x7 mega mount is fabulous. It's got a life of its own. It's also brilliant. If you put it under there, when you stamp, you always need a hard surface to stamp on. And the thing is, it's like the Princess and the Pea. If you want a good stamping surface, just slide that in underneath before you stamp, okay?
Perfect.
Top tip.
We've got the details for that on the screen. £9.99. Great price. 7x7. Yeah, brilliant.
It is, and it works for the jelly plate as well. Now, if we take a look up close at this artwork, I want to show you how to get that whisper of blue in the background. We did that earlier on. We'll do it again. And then also, keep looking. Do you see all the little splashes?
Oh, Yeah, just noticed them. Hey, they're brilliant.
Well, splash and colour into your dreams. Often we want to know how to do this, and it's, you know, how do you do it? So I just want to show you a real simple trick, because we've got the gear in front of us, so let's give it a go.
Okay.
Now, first of all, let's take an ink pad, and what we'll do is we'll go with our Ocean Reef. Now, these ink pads, we were looking at them earlier on. These are beautiful because you get 12 colours in each box, and they're like a little sampler there. So what I do is, say for example, I particularly like a colour, like here we go, I like Cranberry Crush. So I didn't know that until I got the little one, and then I bought the little one's being used in one of the demos. I particularly like that colour, then I went to buy the big one.
Oh, great idea.
See, so now, do you see what I mean? So,
yeah.
So when you want the large ink pad, it's available in all 48 of these colours. There are 4 of these boxes, but you've got like little tasters,
yeah.
and you've got the whole range without having to spend a fortune on 48 big ink pads.
I like that, Barbara.
Because you don't like the colour.
To me, that's like going for a 4-cheese pizza and then realising which cheese it is I like, and then I'll order a pizza with that cheese next time.
Or not.
Or not, as the case may be.
Exactly, exactly. To me, this is completely logical. Now, let me take this ink pad, Ocean Reef again, and I'll show you a couple of little tricks. First of all, right, brushes, brilliant. You get 4 in a set, different sizes. This is obviously my blue collection. You can wash them, so you can use different colours and then wash them. I personally, you know, I've just got, listen, as the girl got brushes.
Oh, wow.
This is just one vase full. To me, they're like flowers, you know, and the yellow is yellow and the pink is pink. You know, I have families, but then they look pretty.
Yeah, they do.
Know? You can wash them because this is stainless steel, so it doesn't rust, and this is bamboo, so it won't rot.
Oh, okay.
So they're very good. And what we'll do is we'll just take a little bit of ink. Let's have a look. See how much I've got on there. I might even not. See, just because it's a small ink pad doesn't mean it won't take the ink. And then what we'll do is we'll just, when I did it in the book, I used quite a lot of ink, and I made it quite dark. And then I'll show you what I did, Janice.
Yeah.
I actually took a paintbrush and I wet it. Do you see?
Oh, yeah.
So the ink looks more like watercolour now than smooth brushed ink.
Yeah, that's a good
Do you see what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
Well, what's interesting is that this dye-based ink is like watercolour ink on the right paper. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So you can use it dry, or you can use it, you can wet it. And yeah. I wet that quite a long time after we'd finished. You know, I thought, I wonder if that'll work, and it did. There you go, result. So this, you see, is how you would just brush in the ink. I'm just using the brush, and like we did before. So I've got that colour in the background. Now the next thing I want to show you, look, here's one that I did earlier. You remember that I showed you? So this is what it looks like once you remove the mask. Isn't that super?
It really is. I love that.
Right, so we've removed the mask on this one. Now, what we also want to do is do that splashy eye, you know, the splash. So let me show you how to do that. If I take one of my mix mats now, enter the pencils. I'm going to use the pencils to do this job. I probably could use the ink pads as well, but since I'm going to use the pencils to colour in, I'm going to use the aqua pencils here.
Okay. And these are the pergoliners.
From the pergoliners, I'm using, there are 20 water-soluble pencils in this box. They're superb, really, you know, pound for pound, hour for hour. And what we're going to do is we're going to use our mix mat that comes with those water brushes, and instead of using, well, you couldn't dot these around to get a splash, could you? So let's just, the mix mat's got like tread on it, it's got like a bit of purchase on it.
Yeah.
Right? the label tells you what side to go with, Janice. And then what I'll do is I'll just use 3 colours. So I'm using prime colours. Now, in those prime colours, I have got an inordinate number of blends and combinations, haven't I?
Yeah.
Now, let's take the red one. Let's take our red brush, and what I'll do is I'll just squeeze a little bit of the water. This is supposed to, it's only because I practiced it beforehand, that's why the water's a bit pink, right? So I'll go in there, and you can see it's water soluble. As soon as I add a bit of water, perfect. Now, let's have a look. If I take a ruler like this, can you see this okay?
I can, yeah. Is that your steel-edged ruler?
It is my steel-edged ruler.
Yeah, very good.
Hang on, let's do the one. Let's use the one we're selling. This is my steel-edged ruler.
That is a lovely steel-edged ruler, Barbara.
I know, it's amazing. This is the Pergamano steel-edged ruler.
Oh.
I know. Who just said, eh? And what we'll do is, just so that we don't get splatters everywhere,
yeah,
let's do this. And I'm going to hold my ruler like that, and I'm just going to splat. And you'll see, I pick up the red. You watch.
Oh, that's good.
And as I do this, if I feel I need a little bit more colour, I'll just go into my mat, there you go, and I'll just pick up a little bit more. And as I whack the pen, the watercolour pen, on the ruler, now let's just, it works really well.
Yeah, it does. It's that steel edge, Barbara.
Can you see it? Or am I the only one that can see this?
No, we can see it. We can start to see it building up.
Right, so let me come to the third camera so that the third eye, look.
Yeah.
Now you can see it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, look. Yeah. Oh, that's really
So it's really,
fine.
really subtle. Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
And then, so I've got I love this idea. So I've got my red brush, because you've got so many brushes. It's not like you've only got one brush to play with.
Yeah.
So again, now we're going to go with our blue, right? This will stand out more. And again, I'm just using the ruler with the steel inlay that we sell.
Yeah.
Right. Right. So I just soak up the. So this one is great because the background was blue. Yeah. So now it kind of adds. You watch. I'll show you up close.
Yeah.
But it's such an easy way to get a really arty effect. Look. Do you see?
Oh, I like that. Because the splodges aren't too big, are they? They're really fine.
No. Splash some colour into your dreams, she said. And so you could do that with yellow as well, etc., etc. So now, when we take this away, if we lift away our masks, let me just pop them on a bit of copy paper, because obviously they've got splishes and splashes all over them now. So I'll just pop them on a bit of copy paper, and then, because I want to hang on to these, I want to use them again, clearly, don't I?
Yeah.
So I'll just put them on here, wipe them down, and then put them back on their carrier sheet. Look at those little leaves.
Aren't they lovely?
But the best thing about it, Janice,
yeah.
Hang on, I don't want to lose my little leaf. The best thing about these, hang on,
don't leave it out.
Don't. Oh, there's a little butterfly up there. Ah, wunderbar. Right. So now let's have a look.
Oh, that's lovely.
Can you see it's such a. Like mixed media doesn't have to be really messy, does it?
No.
It can be very delicately messy, you know?
And what I like about it, the stamps, there's so much detail in there that if you left that like that and didn't colour in the butterflies, it would look spectacular because you've got the background bringing the detail of the butterflies in black and white out to you. Love that.
Yes. Now, the other thing is, of course, now, if we go back to the original piece of artwork, which is very colourful and bright, we've not only got our splashes, we've coloured in the butterflies. So let's dissect the art and let's have a look. I've done both of them here, and you can see it's like the innie and the outie. Can you see that?
I can. Wow.
Right, so this is the brushed work, negative art, and this is just using our watercolour brushes with those pencils, the same 3 colours again, believe it or not. And I want to show you how we ended up with these lovely colours. Look at the art there. See, we've got purples, we've got reds, we've got all sorts in there.
And they're lovely.
And they're all all I'm using is these 3 colours again. That's it. So I thought we could have a little lesson just a little go at using these three colours. So I'll just pop these to one side because they're valuable to me. I want to use those next time. And now what I'll do is I'll use these pergoliners again, and I'll use my brushes, my 3 brushes. And what we're going to do is we've got our water here, yeah. So I'll add I've got the yellow, I'll add a little bit more red there, just in case I need it, and a little bit more blue there. Now, you may ask, why are you not colouring in directly and then adding water?
Why are you not colouring in directly?
And then just adding water?
Yeah,
you may ask this question.
I'm going to ask that question. Why aren't you doing it?
When you do that, and it's not the quality of the watercolour pencil. If these were polychromos, which to me are like the Rolls Royce of the watercolouring, Albrecht Dürer, which are the watercolour pencils from Faber-Castell, beautiful, yes. Right? I would be saying the same thing. It isn't because these are a less expensive model. It's in order to get a watercolour wash, you have to create the wetness off the paper and then add the wetness, you see. So, for example, if I were to take this pencil and then I'm going to do it on the back to show you. And then let's say I'm colouring in a butterfly like that. Then I'll take my water, right? I've got my water brush now. I'll even get a little bit more water going. When I move it around, I could say that actually doesn't, it's quite good, right? But I can't move it. Actually, it's pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah, it is actually.
Yeah, it doesn't usually work that well. Maybe it's just the red works really well. Okay, so if you want to, you can take the pencil and go straight over. Let's try it. All right, I'm always up for it.
Yeah.
Right, let's do that, and then let's take our red colour and get some purple going. Right, let's see if this works. The reason that I do on the mix mat and then go is because I get more control of the colour. I just get more control, Janice. And also, right, here we go. Look, if I take some red off here now, you'll see I can go in there and I can make it really like a stain. Do you see what I'm getting at?
Yeah, I do. That looks lovely.
I still maintain, even though that went well, I still maintain that you get a better effect by going in off the mat, off the water down.
I think so, because I think you're more in control of how much you put on there as well.
Look, see how I can just run it through look, if I want to make a red butterfly, I can just run it through there. And I've put down a layer of like pinky red now. Now, you can see that there, can't you?
Yeah.
Yes. So let's go to a yellow one. Let's try this. And I'm just going to add a little bit of yellow here. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah.
Right, so I'll add a bit of yellow. Now let me just humour me here, just indulge me, and let me say I'm going to go in with this quite bright yellow, one of the pergoliners, and I'm almost adding like a wash. It's almost like a light yellow glaze over the whole thing. Okay. There you go. Right, it takes seconds, look, to add that light yellow glaze over that butterfly. Beautiful. There you go, so that to me is worth knowing. Right, so I've got that lovely yellow. Now let me take my red colour and let me add a little bit of red over the top of the yellow now. Let's see what happens if I go in and I add a little bit of red. Okay, so I can go in, because I've got some wetness underneath. Yeah. So now I just add a little bit of stain over the top. Look, it's very subtle.
It is.
And you've got much, much, much more control over the amount of colour you're using. See, I can go in and add more depth, look. I can go in and add a lot more depth. Less water. But I've got total control because I'm using the mix mat. Let's say, and up here, for example, when it dries, it will dry lilac. If I go in with a little bit of blue over the top of see how it goes lilac?
Oh, yeah.
So between these three colours, there you go, I'm just adding a little bit of blue, and I know I'm going in with my red brush, but see how that changes it, look.
Yeah, it does. Isn't that lovely?
So you're completely transforming your colours. And to clean this, right, this is the easy part. To clean this, all you do is squeeze it onto a bit of copy paper, and now I've decontaminated it from the blue. See, so I've got prime colours. I've got blue, a red, and a yellow. I've got them all set.
Can I say something,
now,
Barbara?
Yes, love, please.
With the brushes that we've just seen there, I must admit, I was going to say, isn't it great that you've got them colour coordinated, but they actually come just a regular, just blank, and then they've been coloured up with your inks, haven't they?
That's right. Because I'm using them with these 3 pencils, I've got my yellow, my red, whatever I'm using. I've always got my prime colours ready to go, and then I've got a clear one. So if I wanted to put down a glaze, then I can do that. Let's say I want to change my. Here we go. Look, I want to make an orange. Let's call it. I've got red and yellow here, so the 2 colours are screaming at me. So let me take a little bit of the red. Here we go, and I'll show you. This is the perfect blending mat, right? So put a bit of yellow down, and we'll put a bit of red down as well, not so much, right? And then I'm going to use my darker brush with a bit of. There we go. So here comes the orange. So straight away I'm mixing. I've got a mixing palette.
Yeah.
And the thing is, because it's watercolour, I don't have to clean this. I can leave it for months and come back, and as soon as I add water, it rejuvenates.
Which makes them ideal for travel.
I'm going into my flowers.
It makes it ideal for taking out into. It makes it ideal for taking out into the garden, Barbara, and doing a bit of painting, going back inside, going outside, and things like that.
What a good idea. Yeah, because of course you see now I'm just adding a little bit of peachy colour to the flowers, and now, for example, I could go in with the yellow, and I can just add yellow to the tips and so you really become a watercolour artist, you know, and all you're using is watercolour pencils and a mix mat, which is like a blending mat.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. If I wanted to blend these colours, it wouldn't be so easy on the actual subject.
No, true.
You see.
And you do get the water mixing mat, the oil mixing mat, that fabulous watercolour pad. There you go. And you've got your petite journal. You can tear those pages out. There's a little pocket at the back of that journal as well. That is a great price. The brushes are top quality. That's what you want. That's when you're going to be able to mix your colours so perfectly and keep control as well, which is really, really important. So you do get the 2 mats. I'll just step over and there you go. So you get both of those mats included, your oil and your water, that fabulous journal and your watercolour pad. It's proven to be very, very popular. It's a great gift for yourself, but also I think a great gift for somebody who's maybe starting with their watercolouring techniques, somebody that wants to take up, lots of people taking up new crafts now by being at home. It's all about having the right equipment, and you've got it right here. 525062 is your item number, and that's what Barbara is using in this demonstration. Back to Barbara.
Thank you, Janice. Yeah, so again, you've got the 3 prime colours. So if I cut across from yellow to, I'm getting lovely greens, you see. And so now I can cut in, and I can make it a limey, zesty leaf, or I can get a darker, bluey, more turquoise. The thing about these brushes as well, and this is one of the things that impresses me, is that they're very, very fine. And they go to a really, really, really tight point, right? This is what I mean about they don't bleed water. They don't seep, you know?
Yeah.
And once you've got one layer down, like I've just done one very basic layer, you let that dry. I think it's important to let watercolour dry in between layers. And then once you've let it dry, you can go in again with another generation of ink, and you can intensify the colours. But what's interesting, in my opinion, is to look. For example, if we go to the 3rd camera, so we'll look here, I mean, this has been done very quickly, but you can see how you get the background and the splashes, and then here you take out the colour and you've just got the background, or you take out the background and you've got that lovely clean watercolour.
Isn't that brilliant? Oh, it's absolutely fabulous, the different methods that you can use. And I love that splash that you did with the brushes, but I also like the splash stamp that's in the set as well, because that's so versatile.
Yeah, really nice.
And I've got a couple,
Really
may I
nice.
show a couple of samples, Barbara, of that, just the
I'd
splash?
love you to, and then I'll just clear the decks and we can get ready for the next one.
Let's do that. Within that collection, the splash stamp that you've got is used here. Now, this one is by, is it Sheila? By Sheila. And this is just lovely, isn't it? Just using the splash from the collection, so you can use these stamps with other stamps that you've got at home. Here it is again. Isn't that lovely? It's like a flourish, isn't it? So there's lots of different ways that you can use that in your card making and your artwork. That's just one stamp of the 54 stamps in this collection. You can put your compositions together with those masks, just taking out certain elements, colouring over it, taking the mask off, then continue with your artwork. It is a fantastic selection, and by Cherry Green as well. What a wonderful, wonderful artist. When I saw this collection, when I came into the studio, I just fell in love with it. I just thought it was absolutely gorgeous. I love butterflies. I think they're just such a delightful image to have, and such an encouraging, thoughtful image as well to be using in your artwork, whether it be your mixed media cards, your sympathy cards, your birthday cards, celebratory cards, just to say hello, or something to put on your wall to make you feel happy. 3/4 of the stock has now gone. 2 payments of £24.99. You're getting your stamps and your masks as well. And as far as we know, Clarity are the only company in the world to make those masks. What do we mean by masks? Well, these will self-adhere over the images so that you can then start to build up your layers and images. For example, if you wanted the butterfly to be flying behind the flower, you would stamp the butterfly, or you would do one or the other. I always get it mixed up. You would stamp your butterfly first, and then you would mask it out. You do the thing in the front first. That's right. Barbara will be shouting at me now. It's your flower that you do first. You mask your flower and then you stamp your butterfly. So it just gives you that beautiful depth in your creations. £24.99 today. That's all it is. If you're a Freedom member, no P&P to pay. And then another payment of £24.99 in a month's time. Right, so 3/4 of the stock has gone, but let's take you over to, these are brilliant. Now, Barbara demonstrated these earlier on today. 85% of the stock has gone. If you wanted to create a background, but you wanted to do it in the perfect circle, for example, let me just bring this one in to show you. But you wanted it two-tone, so you wanted your colours mixed first of all before you stamp onto your paper. That's what these are going to allow you to do. You've got your squares, the large and small. You've got your circles, the large and small as well. And if I were to take this one, let me just lift this up to show you. I'm just going to take the protective coating off there so you can see. So it's a good size stamp that you've got on here, and you can start to build up those layers on there with all your different inks, and then place that down onto your artwork. And then of course you can pop that back onto your cling mount to keep it nice and safe, which is brilliant. So very, very busy for those. Full instructions on the back, so you can follow those when you get them home. £29.98. I think that is a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous deal. And you get all four. It's not a pick and mix. You get all four stamps. 057004. We're limited stock now on this, so the next few people to pop this into your basket and check out, you must check out, I don't want you missing out, will get this marvellous set. We've also got the rectangles. Now the sizes again for the rectangles, if I may. You've got your two sizes there. So the smallest is 15 by 10.5, and your largest is 19 by 14, so that's centimetres. That is great sizes to work with. £17.99, 560573 is your item number. Now, something Barbara was losing through the demonstrations, very, very busy for this. I think it's brilliant. First of all, if you're getting into watercolouring, you want the right paper. That can make a huge difference to you. And you want the right style brushes as well. That can make a huge difference to you. Blending your colours makes a huge difference to you. You've got the two blending mats. And then popping down your ideas into a journal. That makes a difference, doesn't it? All of this together is the complete collection for you. £32.97. That watercolour pad there, and you can see the details on here if I just lift that up for you. So you have got 300 GSM, it's acid free, rub resistant, it's 16 sheets, and it's 100% wood pulp as well. So that is great. Fabulous, fabulous paper to use. You've also got the mini journal. Now, if I just pick this up, I wonder if I could take that off unless it's too tight. You've got 20, no, I'm not going to rip that. You've got 24 pages in there, and you do have that elastic binder on there as well, which is brilliant. You can tear the pages out individually. So if you put something in your journal, you think, oh, that's a great piece of artwork, you can tear it out. It's got a serrated edge at the top, so you're not going to damage your journal. There's also a little pocket in there as well at the back inside, so you can store little elements. So you've got that included. You've also got your 2 blender mats, one for oil and one for water. Never mix them up. So one for oil and one for water. And then you've got your brushes as well. You've got the small ones and the larger ones. These are excellent. As Barbara said, they're top quality. And normally these on their own would cost a lot more. But you're getting them included in this particular deal for £32.97. 525062 is your item number. You can head to the website, you'll see everything on the show. So if you want to add different items to your basket, maybe you want to restock, maybe you've bought something and you want to buy it for a friend of the family, or you need some more just to stock up yourself, then you can do. So you can head to the website. You can also see the reviews as well. We've got the word stickers, you've got your cardstock in there, you've got the micron pens. I adore them. I adore them. And let's have a look at the artistry inks, because these give you a little taster of all the different inks, and they do last a while. They really do. Let's face it, you only use sometimes a little bit on your project, so these are going to last you a long time. £25.99, you've got 4 different sets. You've got your golden turmeric, you've got your haystack, you've got your lime kiss, and you've got your old parchment as well. Now, if you're thinking, do you know what, I'm going to treat myself. It's the end of the month, I've been paid, I want to treat myself, it's my birthday. You can go for more than one of these. You're more than welcome. If you wanted to get the whole set, I know it's a considerable purchase, but you will be able to divide the cost over 2 payments. Anything over £60 here on Hochanda will divide interest-free over 2 months. It'll be £103.96 if you want to go for the whole lot, and that's £51.98 today. And you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You get 12 times. You get a lot. 48, that's it, 48, I don't know why I said it like that, that's right, proper Leicester, 48, 48 in total of all those different colours. How wonderful, how wonderful. Right, that's where you can go to buy everything. Let's head back to Barbara for some more demonstrations. What are we looking at now, Barbara?
Right, thank you, Janice. I just wanted to talk about the other way to colour in. Rather than using pencils or paint, we can also use our designer papers. So you'll see here, this is just done very, very simply. I've taken one of the other designs, look, and I haven't done anything to the moon. The moon is the original colour of the designer paper. I haven't highlighted the moon in this.
Really?
It's just, no, you'd think that I've done something to the moon. So what we're using here is, for example, I've used a piece of the Amazonia. Now, the Amazonia, it comes in designer card, and it also comes in designer paper. We've got loads of different ones. I just wanted to showcase one of them. Okay. And you'll see, when you look at the paper, let me show you the difference. If we look at the paper, again, we've got 12 designs. We've got 4 of each. They're double-sided, and they are what I just said, they're paper. So you've got 4 of each, you see? Yeah. And they've got, look at the backs. So the backs and the fronts, they sing together. So this is going to be, now this is the one that I'm using, except I'm using the card. So if we look here, the paper has got the back and the front, you see? Hold that thought. So that's your, this is, look, these are beautiful.
Oh, they're nice.
Back and front.
And you've designed all these, haven't you, Barbara?
Yeah, I did these, thank you. Yeah, I did, yeah. Really nice. So that's the Amazonia paper, and this is the Amazonia card. Same thing, however, thicker, more intense colours. This is the size that I designed them originally, and nothing on the back. These are proper, for die. You could die cut with the paper as well, but this is more robust for our dies.
Look at the rich colours.
Okay, so I've grabbed one of these. This is this one. Let's have a look, see if I can find it, 'cause I need another bit now. There it is. I saw it. Right, so that's the one I'm going to use now, just to show you how easy this is. And then what I'm going to do is take my stamp and I'm going to decide where I want to sit it. So I'll spend a little while now. I spent a little while deciding where I wanted it to sit. You see what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, now I'm going to... So now I'll just do it in black archival, nice juicy wet ink pad.
So that,
okay,
that
so I'm just inking up the stamp.
That's just stamped on the paper, is it, Barbara?
It is, yeah.
Wow.
Just stamped straight on the card.
It looks 3D.
So this is so the thing with this is, you see, what's great is that if you're not into your colouring, or say we're an angel company.
Yeah.
So in other words, if you're making things to sell, you know, if you're making notelets or lots of little cards, then this is the perfect way to go, because there we are.
Wow.
Lovely print. And now have a look and you'll see you've got all the background. It's already there for you. But how do we make it jump out like that?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
What do we do to make it? Because it's the same thing. It looks very different, doesn't it?
It looks like you've cut it out.
I think you can see. Yeah. So let's have a look. Very, very simple. Enter the masks. So we'll take our mask. This is quite a delicate one. What you have to bear in mind is this is the same technique for any of these stamps, large or small. Now let me just take my, right, so I'm going to take my tweezers and I'll just come into that camera so I can get over the top, and then I'm just going to hover until I'm happy with the position. That was lucky. Right. And then I'm going to take that little fuchsia as well. So that's there as well. So I'll pop that in there. And this is quite formidable. If you had to colour this, if you had to cut this out, it would be very time consuming. So now what we're going to do is we're going to enter our brushes again. So let's have again, you think I've got a lot of these in the cupboard, but it's not that, it's that they're so useful. So let's take the black one, black shadow, that's in here too. It's a really nice black, and I'll take that ocean reef again, I think. Yeah, I will, because I'm looking at the colours in the background, see, to make it sing. So what I'll do is I could take my brush, right, and let's just add a little bit of shadow, and I'm using the mask as a kind of a springboard. You see, like we did before.
And
remember when we did it on the blue?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm flick, 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 flick. So what I'm doing is I'm just making a difference. Thing is, because these are water-based, Janice, because these are dye-based, they're not opaque, they're translucent. And what that does is it doesn't block the colour in the background on the paper. It just tones it down. That's the word I'm looking for. So I can take my makeup sponge now and I can sweep this through. The longer I do this, the darker the colour in the background will get. But if I just lift the mask off here, you'll see the difference immediately. Look, you see?
I do. Wow.
Yeah? So I've changed it, but I haven't completely blocked it out. And now what I can do, just to tone down the blackness there, let me take a little bit of blue. You'll see this is blue back here. So now I'm going to use my ocean reef again, or any colour. I could do a nice pink if I wanted. And now what I'll do is I'm just going to add a little, I'm going to pounce. Like instead of smearing, I'm just bouncing like this, you see?
Okay.
And that now gives it a bit more blue rather than black. Okay. And that pretty much does it. So if I lift this off, so if I was making things, look, see?
Wow,
if I was gently does it, right. Are you there, Jan?
Yeah, it's just amazing. You know, when you see something like that, it's almost like you're speechless. I really thought you'd cut that out and then put that on. That is so lovely.
So we're nearly there now. You see how easy this is?
Yeah.
If you compare the two now, you'll see that makes a big difference. So where you think I must have done something to the moon,
yeah.
I did not.
Wow.
I just did something to the background again.
And
then so really, and the only other thing to show you there now is, you know, you could take the pencils, watercut the pergoliners, and you could just add a little bit of, you can see here, that's all I've done is just added a little flash of colour. Now the Posca pens, these are brilliant. If you want to bring something out, like really highlight it, these are like hen's teeth, these things, but they're so, so good. And the white one is seriously white. I've never known a paint pen like it.
I love my Posca pens, love them.
Ah, they're just delightful. So for example, where I've lost the droplets in the blackness because they weren't masked out, I can just reintroduce them. Do you see?
Yeah, that looks amazing. That looks amazing.
So the white Posca pens are on the show. Again, great price.
Yep, we've got the details on the screen, Barbara, for those.
There you go, highlights and lowlights with the Posca pens. They're brilliant. They come in black and white and gold, I think. Have you got gold as well there?
Yeah, we've got 4 ultrafine, 4 medium nib, and they're in black, white and gold and silver. £29.60. It is a brilliant price, actually, and I love my Posca pens. I absolutely adore them. There they are. So you can see them right there with the different nibs on them. So you're getting 8, and that's just showing you the different nibs on them. 722194.
Right now, cool. So let me show you now. If we go back to this little piece of artwork. So this was really simple. It takes minutes. So I could cut that. I could mount it. I could put it on one of our card blanks. Bob's your uncle, and now this is a game changer. We've introduced, you know, our stamp board shapes. We've got the circles and the hearts and the triangles and all those things, Janice. Yeah. Due to popular demand, we've also got frames and panels. Now, let me show you what I mean by frames and panels. This is what I call the panel. So now this is like a 6x6, if you like, 6x6 piece of stamp board. Yeah. But it's also got the frame to go with it, if you wanted to use it like that. So now I can, and the thing about this is, normally when you buy frames, the backboard is really sort of a cheap grey board. It's never the same thing as the front, which can be frustrating if it peeps through around the front, if you get what I mean. Right, so this, I could trim this and put it on here, and if you saw a little bit of the back, it wouldn't matter because it's the same quality as the front. The thing about this also is, see, this is perfect for stamping on. You can use this for painting on. You can use this for brushing. I could change the colour of it. I could distress it. I can stencil it.
Barbara, we've got 40 seconds left of the show. I can't believe where the time has gone. Oh, my word.
Where did the time go?
Oh, Barbara, thank you so much for all the demonstrations. Thank you so much for showing us as much as you have. And thank you to Cherry Green as well, because these stamps have been incredible. Limited stock now on that larger collection. Limited stock. I think it's going to sell out just after the show. Barbara, thank you so much. When are you back?
I'm back next Sunday.
Brilliant. 2 to 4. Excellent.
Do get these panels and frames.
We'll see you next Sunday, Barbara. Thank you. Bye. Oh, what a busy show.
Bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye. Oh, coming up next, she's got a brand new dress on. It's our Phil and Catherine. No, Catherine's got the dress. Dovetailed London fabrics after that. And then we've got the Dreamies Happy Hour.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, Hochanda has been awarded the top accolade of Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers. And we're honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence, based on the reviews from over 60,000 Hochanda customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hi, this is Els from Elizabeth Craft Designs. Elizabeth Craft Designs is a Colorado-based company. It's a family company, so husband, son, daughter all work in the company, and then a fantastic team of designers, because a company cannot exist without a great team around yourself. What we would like to share with you is my passion for crafts. We love all the concepts we have, so we have from cute till classic and beautiful designs. We love our journaling planner line, and we are going to bring you our ideas, our passion, and we hope to transfer that passion to you. So please join Elizabeth Craft Designs here at Hochanda.
Did you know you can continue watching Hochanda 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, for free using your smart TV? It's just like watching us on your computer or tablet, only now we'll be on your large screen smart TV. Follow these easy steps to get your smart TV set up. Firstly, make sure your smart TV is connected to the internet, either through a wireless connection, if your TV supports it, or via the Ethernet port on the back of your TV. If you're not already connected, use your remote control and select network settings through your TV's menu and follow the instructions to set this up. Remember to have your router's password to hand, whether you're using a wired or wireless connection. This should be on the side or bottom of your router. You can always refer to your TV's help menu or instruction booklet for more information. Once you are set up, press the Smart Hub dedicated button on your remote. This will vary between brands, but it's usually located at the centre of the remote. This is where you'll find your internet web browser app. Select this to open and then type hochanda.com into the search bar, and this will take you to our website homepage, which includes our live broadcast and access to previous shows. So now you can watch, purchase and catch up with your favourite shows 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on your TV, whenever you feel crafty.
Hi, I'm Lou from Studio Light. Studio Light has been around for about 40 years now. They're based in the Netherlands. It's a family-run business with a great heritage. The products that Studio Light bring us are very diverse, fantastic dyes, great papers, but all round on trend. Over the 40 years Studio Light have evolved. They listen to me, the demonstrator, and you, the customers, and really take our ideas on board. On the Hochanda shows, we'll share with you the diverse techniques and products will inspire you to produce your own individual pieces of artwork. So make sure you don't miss the Studio Light shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Charmaine from Dolly Dimples, and I've been crafting since I was a little girl, and I have a massive passion for anything crafty related. Dolly Dimples is a fictional character in Dolly Dimples Town. There's whimsical characters, fantasy characters, mythical characters. There's so much going on, so much happening in Dolly Town, and it's a fun place to be in. Our products are all hand-drawn. That makes them quite unique because you've got that quirkiness about them. We have decoupage, backing papers, we have templates for 3D objects, stencils in the mix, we have dies, and lots of other things coming to you soon. Make sure you tune in for the Dolly Dimples shows on Hochanda and have some fun.
A very good afternoon to you all. Yes, we're celebrating here at Hochanda. It is the 2nd anniversary, of course, of Sentimentally Yours. That, of course, means we've got the one and only Phil Martin with us as well. Hello, Phil.
Hello, darling.
Hi.
It feels like you're miles away. Afternoon,
we are
everybody.
kind of a bit of a distance away at the moment, but there's a good reason for that because, of course, we are celebrating, so that means we've got some fantastic goodies for you. Now, Let's have a look at this. This is a brand new collection. This is Sentimentally Yours, a limited edition compendium. Now, I can tell you that 1/3 of the full weekend stock has already gone. This is huge. I'm just going to very quickly tell you as well, in case you didn't know, there is a free gift with purchase as well. Anything that you're buying, apart from with Freedom membership. If you're joining Freedom this hour, you won't get the gift, but anything else that you're purchasing, you will get the 6-incher here. We've got that brayer there. Let's have a look what we get in with the compendium though. This is absolutely fantastic. You've got box number 1, the Pillion Paradise, 201 elements. That's what we get in here. Let's have a look. We've got some inspiration for you as well. Let's see what we can achieve with this. Let's roll that VT. Haven't we got some stunning inspiration there? But what do we get in the compendium? Let's have a look at the ingredients, so to speak, that we get in here. And of course, we're going to see Phil doing an unboxing of everything for you in a little while as well. Now, when it comes to the weekend wow, we have got a £25 saving, but we've got more deals on offer, so stay with us. Now, Freedom members, it gets better for you. Let's have a look at this, a £35 saving. Wow. It really is a weekend wow. 3 payments of £30 as well. You can split it 3 ways. You're getting 201 elements there. And we've got an enormous bundle here for you. So, Phil, can I just ask as well? I know this is limited edition. Yeah. We can't get these components individually anywhere else, can we?
You can't get, even after the event, you won't be able to get them individually. So this collection has been designed specifically. I'm talking to the screen. I'm like this, talking to the screen. Well, hello. Help. I'm talking through the screen. Yeah, so the collection itself has been designed specifically. I don't know why I did that. It's been designed specifically for the Compendium Box 1. It's something special, something different, and it's the beginning of a journey. So, yeah, this is the only way you'll be able to get them.
Well, we've talked about unboxing as well, and everything does come in a fantastic box. Now, we do have another bundle for you as well. Everything that you see in here, you will get in the big bundle, but there's more as well. Now, the savings that we've already mentioned will be transferred over to the even bigger bundle. That's how I'm going to refer to it. But you've got more savings on top as well. Now, with this one, not only are you getting everything that we've just seen, we're seeing lots of beautiful embossing powders, we've got beautiful glitters in there as well, and we've got another 4 die sets for you included. All along a theme which is absolutely stunning, I've got to say. 3 payments of £77.28. Remember, you're carrying those savings over, and on top of that, we're giving you further savings as well. This is what you're getting extra, and I can tell you, those glitters on their own, if you were buying those individually, they would total almost £40. Now, you've got the embossing powders, you've got the die sets as well. We will be looking at the details of these. 418155 is the item number. This launched this morning. It was a very, very busy hour earlier on today, and I can tell you, when we look at the big bundle here, the weekend stock, again, almost half of the stock has gone. There are more shows to come, so do not hesitate on these. Phil, what have you got there in your box?
You're so special. Okay, so the glasses are going. No, I'm going to leave them off actually, because I can only see things close up. So when you get this delivered home, so the first thing for me, you know what I'm like, I'm a bit of a perfectionist. So it starts with the box. So the whole experience, the whole collection starts with the box. So I've done it in craft, which means you can then decorate it, embellish it, paint it, spritz it, whatever you want to do, should you wish, once you've done it. I personally wouldn't, because I quite like it, it's just pretty. So you've got special embossing on the printing as well. So all this is raised printing, so it's just pretty. It's too pretty to paint on.
Beautiful.
So then you've got your front, which I'll just lift up because you've got your little seal on there. So this is it's a hard board as well, and you've got two little magnetic clasps on there that just connect. So even after you've taken your sticker off, it will still connect with the magnets, yeah? So you open that up. So normally all this top part here is wrapped in tissue paper. I did the big unveil on the launch show this morning, so my tissue paper's gone. I'll have to have a new one now because that's just not on. So I'm going to show you what you get in the tissue. You won't believe what's in this. When we were weighing this, I was saying to Adam earlier, this box weighs over 2.5 kilograms.
Really?
We've had to buy special boxes to have them delivered for you, like shipping boxes for them.
Wow.
A, for the weight, but B, because of the size as well. It's just a bit bigger than an A4. So the whole experience starts with the box, and then as soon as you open this, you're going to be like, I can't believe how much is in this. So I'll start from the top. So you're getting, all these products are limited edition, so you won't be able to get these separately ever. They're part of the box, and that's where they'll stay. So this is the Sweetheart butterfly die. I'm just going to turn it around. I'm going to die cut this during this hour just to show you. I did do the border on the last hour, but we'll do the butterfly on this hour. So same quality. I was saying to Adam, it's the same quality as all of my dies. It's not that I've got a massive big bulk order and thought, you know what, let's just do a cheaper, thinner metal. I haven't. It's exactly the same.
It's so important to you, Phil.
Yeah, well, it's important to me, the quality. So then you've got the Papillon Paradise medley stamp. We'll go forward, there you go. So this is a full A6 stamp, and it's in the same vein as my Flora Musica ones, which you all know and love. So you've got the gorgeous collage detail going on there, and obviously butterflies. I'm just going to turn it around. Butterflies, because that shows you the size better. Butterflies are the theme for this. I mean, already you can see just using that one stamp how many different ways you can use that, and how many different styles it's going to work for. So you've got the Papillon Paradise medley. Let's go forward again. So this is the double scallop border die. Now this is just over 8 inches tall, and I'm going to have to put my glasses on. Sorry, everybody. I can see the pictures, but I can't read the writing. I'm getting older. So it's 203mm by 37mm to be exact. So can you see that you've got the lovely stitch detail on both sides?
That is very,
Yep,
very
so
nice.
that is my signature debossing. So rather than cutting out the stitch detail, it actually debosses it. I absolutely love this border die. Absolutely love it.
And I can see, Phil, that cuts all the way around as well. So there's no edges you've got to snip into with your scissors, but it's a generous length.
Absolutely. It cuts it all out. I'll show you that again in a bit. Then you've got the stencil, which I've got nothing. I'm just put it on here to show you. There you go. So then you've got the A5 stencil. So what I've tried to do with this collection is, if you like to do stamping and slightly more mixed media, slightly more grungy, you've got the stamps, you've got the stencils, you've got all the different elements. If you want to do pretty cards, which is what I've done like 15, 20 of just for my samples, you're absolutely good to go as well. So you've got a butterfly diamond stencil there. It's thick enough mylar that you can emboss with it as well. So effectively, yeah, absolutely, it would make a gorgeous background. But you imagine that with your inks and your paste through it as well. Yeah. So you've got the stencil. I'll put that the right way. I love these. Absolutely love these. So remember, these have all been designed specifically for the compendium box #1, the Papillon Paradise box. So this is the Flourish Sentiments. I'm going to turn it around so you can see the actual stamps. Yeah, because that just shows you the size of these stamps. These are absolutely gorgeous. And if you're going for the complete collection, you will also get the 6 new twinkling embossing powders. And these look phenomenal in those embossing powders. And you can see I don't waste any space. I've filled in with butterflies and little extra dots. Yeah. Aren't they gorgeous?
Absolutely adore the font that you've used there. Those little butterflies, the little hearts on the end of the
on the end of the
Y
swirls.
there, that little heart, you can see everything's been thought about.
It has, darling. It's attention to detail. Then you've got 2 sheets of A5 grey board. Now, I put the grey board in because it's something that I love to heat emboss onto, to add extra dimension and extra embellishments to your project. But these also look amazing when they're covered with the glitter. In fact, in front of you, Catherine, on one of those black boards, you can see where I've actually done the glitters as a sample.
Yeah, and it
so
is
that's
amazing as well.
Yeah, sorry, I'm
beautiful.
moving you from one
Coming
place
nice
to
and
another,
close
but
on
it's
this one
nice to
for
be able
you.
to see. These are the actual grey board embellishments covered with the new glitters. How gorgeous do they look?
They are stunning. I'm going to give that a little bit of a wiggle just so it catches the light some more.
Aren't they beautiful?
Look at the glint you're getting there. I'm just looking at the purple one. Wow.
I know,
Oh,
they're absolutely gorgeous. So you've got an A5 sheet there, then you've also got the grey board flourishes. So I've popped these in as well because they match the embossing folder that I'm going to show you in a second. They also coordinate with the dies that are on the show, the new dies. And again, who doesn't love a flourish or a swirl on their projects?
Exactly.
There you go. Then you've got, we're getting there. Remember, this is all still part, sorry, I'm waving at Alex. This is all still part of what comes in the tissue paper. We've not even got to the box contents yet.
Oh, look at that.
So you've got a 7x5 butterflies in flight embossing folder, which I can show you. Oh, I did have it somewhere, but I don't, oh, it's here on a little scrap. So that's what that looks like when it's been embossed.
Stunning.
This is obviously just a scrap piece of card just to show you.
Look at the
I did
detail
that
in
this
those
morning.
wings, though, Phil.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Beautiful.
Yeah, and that's the debossed side, which is just as beautiful. Okay, so then you've got that one, and then last but not least, this is just the tissue paper part. You've got the Flourishing Fauna 7x5 embossing folder as well. And I've done that specifically because sometimes, like if you were making a masculine card, you perhaps wouldn't want the butterflies on, but you can use the fauna. And that's what that one looks like.
Oh, that's
I'll
nice
turn
as
it around
well.
that way as well. How gorgeous is that?
Love it.
And this is 300 GSM card. I've cut the embossed this onto as well.
Absolutely
So-
beautiful.
This is just the start, believe it or not. So that is just the section that you get in the tissue paper. I'm going to put them there. I'm going to tip this up because it's too much to get out all in one go. Told you, it's absolutely packed. Oops, I'm wrecking the set. I'll put it back. Because what I
You know, I
wanted
would
to do was
decorate
give
your
you
box with
a collection that you could get home, start crafting with straight away. So you've got 10 A5, no you haven't. You've got 10 7x7 card blanks with the envelopes, and these are silk card. These are not just cheap card blanks that I've popped in there. These are top quality 300 GSM. You've then got 10 A5 silk card blanks. They are pre-scored. I don't know whether you can see the score there. It looks a bit bright to me.
Oh, we can see it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we
So
are.
you've just got to fold those in half, and
Lovely.
you've got the envelopes. You've then got, I'm still going, you've then got the Papillon Paradise Watercolour Accents paper pack. So this is a watercolour pad done in the colours that coordinate with the patterned papers that I'm going to show you in a second. The
beautiful
palette
fresh
is
colours as
absolutely
well.
stunning. And I know you'll like this because this is your kind of
It
colour
certainly
palette.
is. And you could
Look
really
at
mix
that
any of those
gorgeous
together,
green.
Phil, couldn't you? And it would work.
Yeah.
You know, take individual elements from different die
Absolutely.
cuts, different shapes and different papers, and then put them together, and they're all going to work.
Yeah,
beautifully.
absolutely. And I wanted to do this one as well because if you wanted to use a stencil, for example, you could go on with a stencil with that and just do a darker blue,
Yeah.
and you've created a unique background for just from that those two elements. Then you have the Papillon Paradise paper pack, which is obviously specific to the box, and you can see straight away how these two work together. Yeah,
Gorgeous.
and these are where you've got the look at that.
Oh, wow.
These are just so beautiful. Good luck,
yes.
everybody, trying to
Reminds me of
choose which one to
Liberty
cut
Fabrics,
into
this.
first because I struggled myself and I've had 3. It's easy for me, but aren't they beautiful?
They really are. Those little butterflies, I loved the teal ones that we flicked past there as well. Do you know, every page is absolutely gorgeous, isn't it?
I ain't finished yet.
I know, you've still got, how many of these
I've still
decorative
got
papers have we got?
I've still got something else to show you. So that is your 2 paper packs, and then I thought, you know what? I know what I'm like, trying to find cardstock that matches, and I know people struggle with it, so I've done it. I've put 32 sheets of our colour plan cardstock in the box. So this is over a tenner's worth of cardstock, just on its own, so that you don't have to look at. I'm just trying to fan this. I'm not doing a very good job of it. Bear with me. It was early when I got up. It's good job we're not on a timer. What do you mean I've only got an hour?
You've got a lot less than that now, Phil.
So this is the colour palette that coordinates perfectly with the papers, the watercolour accents, and with the patterned paper pack. You've got 8 colours there, 4 sheets of each. You've also got our 3 new colours that were only released this morning. You've got the
nice.
Honeydew Whisper, the Lemon, and you've got the Hot Pink, which is featured throughout the paper pack. I've cherry-picked these colours to perfectly match with the paper pack. So all in all, you have got a massive stack of products here. Well, over 201 elements altogether. And more importantly, you've got elements that you're going to use year in, year out. It's not just a box. Oh, I've missed something. I've missed something. Hang on, hang on.
Phil, what's that there?
It's my little...
the side
Oh,
of the
I've
box.
missed something else as well,
Have you?
Catherine. Oh, see, I'm just too giddy. Just too giddy. What am I playing at? You've got two topper sheets in here as well. Let me move this. It looks a right mess now, doesn't it? I'll tidy this up when Catherine's talking. So, what did Catherine want? Yeah, here, look.
There's,
So, I'm sorry, everybody.
there's more to come.
I'm just so excited by what's in the box. I love showing you my box. Right, so you've got two separate topper sheets here, yeah. So you've got
they're
one that's
pretty,
featuring the
aren't they?
sentiments. So you've got 15 individual sentiments on there. So straight away, if you're in a rush and you need to make a quick card, you've got embellishments straight away that will coordinate with the papers. It really is a quick card. I actually made one this morning. So you've 15 different sentiments on there and all the extra embellishments. And then you've got the embellishment sheet, which has the ribbon strips in backgrounds that coordinate with the paper pack. You've then got all those tags. You've then got 3 hearts and you've got 2 little buttons. And... Whew, last but not least...
I'm so glad what I spotted was actually in there, Phil, because for me, these are a must-have.
I know. Wait till you see this colour. So this is the limited edition rose gold twinkling embossing powder, cosmic rose gold. Yeah.
Now, I've got to say,
Look
these
at
are
that.
exclusive to this bundle as well. They are so pretty colours, aren't they? Look at that.
Is that
Look
not
at the
just an
sparkle
absolutely
there.
gorgeous
That is
colour?
yummy.
Now, I know people have been asking me for a rose gold, and rose gold it's not an actual colour. So if you... I'm sorry, can you just come back to that again? So can you... I don't know whether you'll be able to see. We've got, like, pink elements, copper elements in there. You've got crystal elements in there. This looks phenomenal when it's heat embossed. And I will find that butterfly that I've done already and show you while Catherine's giving you a recap. And then the very last thing is our Glitter Fusion, which is brand new. Glitter Fusion is a brand new product that we launched this morning. Pink frosting you will only get with the compendium box. You will not be able to buy this afterwards. Look at that. Look how that coordinates with the papers.
Perfectly.
Is that not just the most beautiful? Even Julia, who doesn't like glitters per se, loves these.
Does she?
Yeah, she does, yeah, because they're finer than the glitter alchemy that I did. So you can literally edge, if you look at the samples, you can literally go around the edge and it doesn't look too much. It just looks really balanced and looks really pretty. So, whew, it took me 10 minutes to show you that.
It did take a while because there's so much in that box, of course. Now, we can tell you it's very busy. And, of course, you know, when we're looking at stock, we've got to give you those updates. Almost 40% of the full weekend stock has now gone. This is for the compendium on its own. So we've just seen that there. But we do have the bigger bundle as well. Now, just remember those savings. Those savings will be carried over to your bigger bundle. Now, if you are going for the compendium, that's great. But if you want to hang on and see the details for the next item, the one that I'm giving you now, that big collection, everything that you've just seen with Phil, plus what I'm going to show you now, plus an extra saving on top, an extra £10 there for you, on top of what you've already saved. And of course, Freedom members, you're making the biggest saving. We have got balls to show you as well. I'm going to show you everything that you've got because the dies here are absolutely beautiful. Now, we can split this 3 ways as well. Let me just show you the first die set. I'm going to show you the board of the cutouts. This is the Splendid Swirls. Now, these are going to work either way, you know, landscape, portrait, whichever you want to work these. And, of course, you've got your left and you've got your right as well. They cut beautifully, as you can see. These are very different to any other flourishes I've seen because of the type of detail that Phil's put in there, the shaping, the beautiful shaping that's in there. You can snip into these as well. That is just one of the die sets that's included. Let's move down because we've got the fabulous fauna. This is really, really pretty.
Just, can I just, I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you. Are you covered in glitter already? You've only been with me 2 minutes.
How have I done that?
So the flourishes, the 2 flourishes that Catherine's showing you now, they're you know what I'm like. If we're paying for metal, I wanted to be able to use it in a few different ways. So like the one you're looking at there, it looks like a H actually, that. But you can cut that into a minimum of 3 different flourishes from each set, and it's the same with the other swirl. So in actual fact, I always prefer to have one that's longer than you need, and then you can snip into it for your extra little embellishments.
Definitely.
I absolutely love these. And the one Catherine's showing you now was a nightmare to get right, because can you see the tiny gap that's in between the 2 long fronds? Trying to get that to cut lovely and cleanly.
Down here you're talking.
Yeah. It's just absolutely beautiful. You're going to be using these for years. I love them. I've had to stop myself. You know, when I was doing the samples, I was like cutting 4 at a time. I'm like too excited cutting the flourish. And I thought, right, stop, Phil. Use the swirls. And then I was carried away with the swirls going 4 at a time.
I'm not surprised. I can see, just looking at the boards there, there's so many opportunities with that. Different ways of cutting. But we haven't finished there, because from the fabulous fauna, we are moving on to our Lacy Licious, the sweetheart flower we've got here. So again, you've got those different sizes there, lots of detail, and of course you can layer these in so many different ways as well. Look at these, they are beautiful. We've seen lots of samples around the studio that you know, contain this particular die set as well, amongst everything else. Absolutely gorgeous. Now we have these individually as well. If you want to go for those, the details are at the bottom of the screen. £19.99. The same goes for any of those that I'm showing you. You do get the magnetic sheet with these as well, which is another bonus. But we've one more to show you that's part of that big collection, of course. Another beauty, the Lacylicious romantic flower, I should say. Beautiful again. Can you mix these up nice and easily as well, Phil? I presume you can.
Sorry, Catherine, I'm faffing about
the sweetheart flower. And of course the romantique.
I love these. Okay, so when you come back to me, I will show you. You know, I'm like, everything's got to be just so. So while Catherine's telling you everything, I'm faffing here, look, trying to get this all pretty and ready. So the new Lacylicious flowers are designed to be standalone.
Yep.
Yeah. These were a real labour of love as well, because you can see just how intricately they're cut. So to be able to do that in one pass, because you know what used to frustrate me, you know, when you used to have to run dice through like 5, 6 times, I'm like, no, not doing that. These cut in one pass, yeah. And they are designed to work independently, or if you have already collected my dies from last year, the original solid shapes, these will coordinate with those. Beautiful. And I've made the lacy ones a millimetre bigger, so the layering is just so easy.
Oh, wonderful. Oh, you're going to love these. You really, really are. But it doesn't stop there, does it? We've seen the dies. You've got 4 sets of dies there. Remember, individuals at the bottom of the screen. But the embossing powders that were mentioned earlier, these are brand new from Phil. Now, look at these as well. Absolutely gorgeous. Are we going to see much of these during the demonstrations this hour, Phil?
No, because I'm using the medley. If we get time at the end, which is highly unlikely, but if we do, we'll emboss one of the butterflies.
Now, you've got set 3 and you've got set 4 there as well, so 6 pots in total. You've seen all 6 colours here as well. Now, £32.94 is all you're paying for those. Now, individually, we can also bring these up in the bundle. This is what you're getting, all of those. 418155, remember, is the item number for that bundle. Let's have a look. We still haven't quite finished, though, because we've also mentioned, of course, those glitters. Now, you do get that limited edition, that beautiful glitter that's part of the compendium, but these are extra into the big selection here. So all those colours there, again, I'm just going to give that another little bit of a tilt and a wheel so we can really catch the light. These are stunning. Absolutely beautiful. Love the names of these as well.
Absolutely
they really
gorgeous.
Are.
And you know what? You know, when we were doing these, we were all saying how they're going to work with the glitter alchemy that I brought you last year. So if, for example, these are all brand new colours, by the way, so none of these are replicated from last year's colours. But if you have, for example, the steel blue from last year, you're going to be able to mix that with the lilac and create another tone.
Nice.
So you're just going to have so much fun with these. And look how well they've covered that grey board.
Wow.
And I'm just going to give you a little tip. The glue that I used to cover the...
So that's the grey board that's in the compendium that you've used there, then?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the grey board from the compendium. And the glue that I was using, you know how I do the 120, the 60, the 30 and the 100mm with a brush? So I've used the brush to cover, it's a top tip for you, I've used the brush to glue the grey board before I put the glitter on.
Do you know, even the fine detail has not been lost with that glitter there, you know, with the shape of those. So if you want the embossing powders and the glitters as well, those together would actually total £65.88. Now, you're getting those as part of the bundle. Now, if we go back to the compendium, you're getting all of that, everything that you're seeing there. Don't forget to get that brayer as well. Everybody who's purchasing from this show will get that brayer. There you've got the details there. Huge saving for everybody. But going for the big bundle, you're getting all of the dies on top of the compendium that we've just seen, and those embossing powders, and those glitters as well. Huge savings. Savings carried over from the compendium, plus the extra saving on top. 3 payments of £77.28. I think you've got enough to keep you going all year here. 418155 is the item number. Now, the bundle is very busy. Over half of the stock has gone. There's more shows to come. Will the stock last? We don't know. We're talking about the stock of 24 hours here. But for now, of course, we want to see more of these. We want to see them in action. So if Phil has stopped faffing, maybe he's ready for a demonstration.
Oh, look at me. I'm putting everything in a nice little neat... Look how fabric that looks, though. Right, so these are the bits that I've had left over, so save all your bits. Because what I found I was doing when I was cutting the flowers, instead of, you know, like when you're making a card and you'll think, right, I need three of that size, 2 of that size, and you just cut the ones that you need. I didn't. I actually cut a full set every time I was doing them, so I've ended up with loads of spares. But before I move on, I found the butterfly with the embossing powder on. Look at that. That is the rose gold embossing powder. Is that not just the most lush thing you've ever seen? So this is a sweetheart die that is part of the compendium box. You can see where I've just cut it out there. And that's 2 layers of the rose gold embossing powder. And then before I forget, this is also the pink frosting glitter on the grey board. I'll just turn it around so you can see. The grey board that comes as part of the compendium box set. How gorgeous is that? And if you look, because this is why I love grey board, it's really light, so it doesn't add any weight to your projects. Right, so do you want to do anything for a start, or do you want me to start?
Well, you can
Right,
get going, Phil, if you like.
Oh, aren't they bossy? Right.
Oh,
so we're going to do a different version of this card. This is why I love this box kit. So if I bring this card in, how different do they look? Both from the same compendium box. And there's just something in here for absolutely every style, whether it's quick and easy and pretty, or you can go over the top, which is my style, this one here. So with the stamps, it just takes it to a whole new level. So we're going to do that in a different colourway.
Now we can see how beautiful that border die is as well, Phil. That beautiful border die, we can see it on both those samples there. That really is a lovely addition to the box.
I know it is, but wait till I show you what I'm doing with it. Ooh. So can you see that? In fact, let me get the original. Wait till I show you what I'm doing with this box. So this is the actual border die that you're getting in the box, yeah?
Lovely.
And if I show you the card here, the finished card again, yeah? So can you see, look at the difference? I've actually extended it and extended it and extended it. You could actually do a whole background of this if you've got the patience, but we're going to do a triple layer one now. Oh, nice. So I've just brought that in just because it'll show you at the end when I show you how different it looks in a different colourway. So let me bring you to where I'm at. So I've already got my base layers done. So we're doing this one with the hot pink. I absolutely love this colour. It's a proper hot pink, and just so you know, it isn't anything like the fuchsia. The fuchsia is a bit more purpley pink, yeah. And the hot pink is quite definitely a hot pink. So I've done my base card, I've done a hot pink layer, I've done a black layer, and the glitter that's around that black card is the pink frosting that comes with your compendium box, and it looks completely different when you do it on black card, but how gorgeous is that? So we've then got a plain layer here, which we're going to keep plain, and I've left it there on purpose, but we're going to come to the border. So if I try and show you what I did. So I've got the original one here, look on top, and then I've got 3 here that I've cut in the, cut another one in white, then one in black, and then one in the hot pink, and I've just chopped them in half lengthways, yeah? And you're going to be able to do this, so I've just chop them in half lengthways, and we're going to glue them. So I know that I need pink next, and we're going to do that. I'll do this first and then hand back to you.
You've got it there as well, Phil. So you've got kind of the larger border on one side and the layering, and the other a little bit plainer. I don't like to say plain.
Yeah, absolutely. No, you're absolutely right.
There's so many options again just with that one.
You can also, if you look at how I've done this, I've made the scallops go in the same direction. Yeah. If I wanted to, I could turn that around and change, which I'm going to do on my demos tomorrow. Can you see that? I've chosen pink, which is the worst one. Let me get the black one. It's easy for you to see. So if you just off-centre that a little bit. I've got the black and you can't see it against my grey. Let me put that on there. This is why I love things like this, because you know when you start playing, look at that. It looks like a whole different border die. So when you start playing with the things that are in this box kit, you're just going to come out with so many different ideas of your own. Right, so let me get this on. So pink is the one that goes on first. And the way I measured this was I ignored everything around me and I just looked at the scallops from the colour that was underneath. And I tried to get the scallops from the colour that was underneath, i.e. the white in this case, all at the same height. And I can see it's more or less the same height all the way along. And then I'm just going to do the same, which one comes next, with the white. And just check, 'cause if I do it wrong, it'll drive me mad. So the same again with the white. So we're extending. Look how easy this is to do. And all those scraps of card and paper that we have left over.
Yeah, even if you can't cut a full border and cut it in half, you can do half of the die, couldn't you?
Well, in actual fact, Catherine, you're only going to see about an inch of this by the time I've done, so I could quite easily have just done a bit. And then last but not least, we're going to put the black layer on. I wanted to show you this because it's one of those things that looks really difficult to do when you see it on a finished card. But it actually isn't. It's easy peasy to do. So just make sure my white scallops are the same height. Oops, I've gone on backwards there, but never mind. I've got the stitching on the wrong side. Too excited. Too excited.
I'm not surprised though.
But look at that.
That is beautiful. That is absolutely gorgeous.
Who would have thought, eh? Who would have thought?
Yeah.
And then we could even change that again by putting a coloured strip through the middle of the white in the middle. It's just, I wanted to try and show you as much as I possibly could from this show. So we've got that, we've got that. We're now going to come to the dies that I've got. Now the ovals are on the show. And you know what I'm going to say, I told you last time I was here, the double D embossed are not being restocked this year. If there are any of the double D embossed that you're still collecting and they're on the website, I would be telling you to get them pretty soon.
That is a good idea.
So we've got...
Yeah, great. If you can add them into your flexi as well, especially when we split it 3 ways for you as well, we'll just add on an extra £12 today. There you can see the details. Genuinely, Phil will not be bringing these back this year, and I know there will be people out there that have been collecting and maybe just short of the odd thing. So $35.99, 189 620. I'll take this opportunity actually just to say we are very busy on the phone lines as well. If you can use the website or use the app, it will be the quickest route, but please hang on in there. We will get to you. Don't forget as well, just a very quick reminder again, everybody who's purchasing from the show, regardless of what it is, unless it's, you know, just paying for the freedom, it doesn't count then, but you will get the brayer, the 6-inch brayer as well, which is a great gift. I can tell you over 40% of the stock has gone. I'm stood behind the compendium here. This is a great buy. You are getting so much. This is limited edition. You will not be able to get this anywhere else, even breaking bits down. You cannot get it anywhere else. 321019. Back to Phil.
Card, because obviously it's one of my tiny cards. And I wanted to do the embossing. I wanted to use the flourish embossing in the background. I thought, well, there's no way I'm going to be able to get that size of oval in there. And I thought, do you know what? It doesn't matter when you're covering the middle up, so I can actually overlap because nobody's ever going to know. So I'm just going to show you how I did that because it's just one of the easiest things in the world. So I've got one of the ovals already die cut out. Just remember, you need to only go halfway because we will get a bit where we overlap, which is the bit that we're going to cover up, so it doesn't matter. And you'll hear this when it goes through. So same quality with my embossing folders as my 8x8 ones. You can hear that it's working to get that through. Yeah. And that's because I've used the same...
Just working so hard, Phil, I can actually feel the vibrations from where I'm stood.
Yeah, so we've got one half done, and we're just going to turn it around and do the other half. And this is, I love when you can do things like this, especially when you're putting a border die through the middle, and nobody's ever going to know.
Now, just as that's feeding through there, I'll let everybody know when it comes to the big bundle, so of course the compendium plus those extras as well. All busy on this one. There's everything you're getting there. 60% of the stock has gone. Now, the compendium, let's just show you that as well. Of course, you're getting so many goodies in there. The limited editions in there. You can see within the compendium, you've got the cardstock, the papers, embossing folders, the dies as well. On top of that, for the big collection, what you're seeing now on the screen are the extras that you're getting. The 4 extra die combinations there. You've got those beautiful fusion glitters and the embossing powders as well. Just a reminder that those glitters, if you were buying them individually on their own, they would be £32.94. The same for the embossing powders as well. So there straight away you've got over, well, almost £65 in that. In fact, do I remember 65.88 rings the bell? Yes, £65.88 you would be paying if you were purchasing the glitters and the embossing powders individually. And we've heard from Phil, and we can see it actually, and we can see from the samples, there are so many ways of snipping into those dies as well and working with them in different ways and everything else that you've got there. Back to you, Phil, how are you getting on?
Okay, so I've just finished the oval there just to show you. I just wanted to show you because you can actually extend smaller embossing folders to make them look, bigger. Yeah, you would actually, unless you were a trained crafter, you would never actually know that.
Do you know, I'm looking really hard at our monitor and I'm trying to find that seam line. I can very faintly pick it out, but you wouldn't.
No, you wouldn't know, especially when you're going to cover it up. So I just want you to see the this is one of my thinner cards. Now, let me just say this to you, because I am conscious, and if you follow me on Facebook, you'll know that I tried my best last week to do a flat card and I just couldn't do it. But I want to say, you don't have to do really thick cards like I do. Some of the design team have made incredible samples and they're flat, and I'm like, why can't I do that? And I think you just get into your own style, and it's really difficult to get out of. But what I wanted to show you was, can you see that I've got the oval, if I tilt it a little bit, I've got the oval as the base layer, and I've actually got the border higher than the oval. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you because I know people sometimes like to have a go at what I've done. So I took the backing off the foam tape of the largest oval, and I'm putting some glue on just to give me a little bit of wiggle time. This is why I haven't stuck this layer onto the card. And I'm going to pop that straight into the middle. Whether it's straight or not is another matter, because I've got my glasses on. Doesn't always make any difference. We're now going to pop the border die on, and I am actually going to leave the overhang on, but what I need to remember is I only want foam tape from there to there. I don't want anything at the edges.
Okay.
So leave myself a little bit of a gap.
Yeah, you'd give yourself that little bit of a bend over the edge, wouldn't you, there, if you put the foam tape right to the end.
So that again, I won't.
Never touched a thing.
That's what Catherine thinks of the pack shot.
Never touched a thing. That's Phil.
So
that's
luckily,
Phil. Have you heard
I'm
the
on
clatter?
the card.
That's Phil and his vibrating die cutting machine.
So I've just put foam tape just in the middle there. Now, if I was doing this again, after I'd put this layer on, I would actually squeeze some glue gel underneath, but I'm not going to worry about that at this stage because this card weighs a ton, so it doesn't matter. So just remember, we're going a little bit over the edge on both sides, and then I'm going to pop this one straight onto my card. You're going to have to bear with me just while I put the foam tape on, because it's going to be a thick card. Do you know what, though? You know, when you're getting products like this, I'm always excited, even now after all these years, when I get my samples, my prototypes home, because you just start to have ideas, and I know you're going to get this as soon as you get your boxes home and you open them. Your brain is going to be buzzing with ideas. I know myself and the design team were the same. So I'm going to just give them a quick shout out, by the way, while I'm taking the back off foam tape. So thank you to my amazing design team of Alison, Linda, Lozzie, my sister Karen, Trudy. Obviously you're going to see Trudy's new release tonight at 5 o'clock. Have I forgot anybody? And David, Alison's husband, he makes some fab samples, and he's obviously had a good teacher, but but they've worked, we all have, really hard on this release. So let's just pop that on. Look how the glitter frames this piece of white card now. It looks so classy, absolutely classy, before I even start adding any extra embellishments on. Do you want to do anything while I get ready to stamp, or do you want me to carry on?
We can have a little recap, if we may.
Yeah, go on then.
If you don't mind. So I'm, of course, stood behind the compendium, and, of course, you're getting everything that you see in here. Let's just go through this a little bit. Of course, we saw the unboxing earlier, but you are getting those beautiful papers, those gorgeous watercolour effect papers in there. The colour palette, as Phil says, are absolutely stunning. When it comes to those papers, it doesn't end there. Of course, you've got those very beautiful decorative papers as well. The butterflies, the florals, they do remind me of Liberty Fabrics. I said that a little bit earlier, but that's what I'm seeing here as well. Absolutely stunning. Then if we move across again, we'll stay with the cardstock and the papers for a moment, because Phil has thrown in some of his wonderful solid cardstock there as well. There's 3 new colours in there also, and he's cherry picked out all those colours that he knows are going to work so beautifully with everything that you're seeing. And then, of course, it doesn't stop there, because down to the front we can see, well, we've got cardstock in there as well. We've got the pre-scored for you, the A5 cards. You've got envelopes to go with them. We've got a different size cardstock as well, or the scored cardstock, the silk card. I've got to say that as well. The square ones, they come with envelopes as well. Some of the envelopes I've got at the back here, so they're not on the front of the counter. We've got the grey board there as well. Those beautiful butterflies, and of course we've seen the sample boards that hold those glittery butterflies as well. So you know that you can apply all sorts of mediums to those as well. The beautiful flourishes are there. We've got the dies in here, the stamps, sorry, I should say, the stamps, the beautiful text there. Those fonts are gorgeous, aren't they? That background stamp, you're going to use that time and time and time again. You've got the stencil, which of course you can use for embossing through as well. It will take your cardstock to emboss those backgrounds. You can stencil, spritz, do all those wonderful things as well. Look at the detail in there. I can see you cutting out those individual butterflies there just from the stencil on top of everything else. Of course, when it comes to everything, it arrives in the box, which is right in the centre. I can tell you, when you get this box home, you will be amazed at the quality of this. Now, you're getting the exclusive glitter and the embossing powder, that beautiful rose gold. You've got that ice frosting there, the pink frosting in there. These are not available anywhere else. We still haven't finished, because of course we've got to mention, of course, the embossing folders there as well. Beautiful, because everything coordinates so wonderfully. That's everything in your compendium there. You have got that saving of £25, but if you're a Freedom member, there's a bigger saving of £35, I believe it is. We've just got the details on the screen there. Let's just flip that round so you can see. There it is. That's a Freedom member saving of £35. Break this down into 3 payments of just £30. That's all you need to pay today. So that's your limited edition compendium. But there is more new, because of course we have got the splendid swirl. We've also got, if you look at this individually, £17.99. Let's bring that in so you can see. There we are. There we are. Beautiful. On the magnetic sheet as well, 466808. We've got the fabulous fauna as well. Now we're looking again at the individual prices here, £17.99 on the magnetic sheet, 536336. Then we've also got, of course, a sweetheart flower. These are £19.99. Now this is busy individually, but it's part of that big collection. All these dies are, but individually £19.99, 112021. And then the romantique flowers. And remember, these will layer up so beautifully. £19.99 again, 7 dies in this one, 509147. Now, set 3 and set 4 of the embossing powders are also available, but if you're looking at the big bundle, they're part of it. So those beautiful colours here. Set 3 and set 4, you get 3 in each, so in total you're getting 6 here. £32.94 if you're going for these as a bundle, 673425. And then, of course, we've got the glitter fusions as well. Now, we did tell you the price of these, didn't we? There it is on the screen, £32.94 if you were buying these individually. 6 of those, 368832. Now, everything that we've just talked about, the compendium in its entirety, the limited edition, plus all 4 of those die sets, plus all 6 pots of the embossing powders, plus the 6 pots of glitters, all for that huge bundle there, plus carrying over all the savings and giving you extra on top for £231.83, and splitting that down as well. We're just flashing everything that you're getting in there under item number 418155. Now, you can break this down into 3 payments of £77.28. You will have something that is going to keep you going all year round for all seasons. Male, female, it doesn't matter. Make it very elaborate, your card or your project that you're doing. Keep it flatter if you prefer. You've got so much here. Now, let me tell you, when it comes to the big bundle, over 60% of the stock has now gone. 418155. It has been another busy hour.
I've still got 4 hours to do over the weekend.
I know. This is the stock
everybody.
from the full weekend we're talking about.
I'm really pleased. So I'm going to say thank you to everybody, because this was a lot of work to get right.
I can see it, yeah.
Especially with all the different individual elements and the coordination, and the team have worked just as hard as I have. Well, maybe. Right, I hope they're not watching. Right, so a little tip for you. We're going to stamp onto an oval to create the topper for this card. So obviously they're laughing in my ear. The A6 medley is a rectangle, so I won't be able to put my magnets on to hold that in place. So what I do is I just use a little bit of glue. Yeah, you can see where I've torn the kitchen roll already. I just take off the excess and then I just hold it in place there. I can't put... Julia, if you're watching, she always tells me off for not putting the stamps in the card in the corner. I never do. It's bizarre, isn't it? So now that is stuck in place, and we're going to wait till you see this stamp. It is phenomenal.
It is absolutely beautiful. For me,
I
it's a
absolutely love
definite
this
go-to
stamp, and I love this style as well, Catherine. So you can see where I've used it there. I've used green on there. So remember, because I've got the oval, I can't really go left or right because it's the right width, but I can go up or down. So I can feature more of the butterfly. Yeah, let's do that. Let's feature more of the butterflies. Now, if you wanted to do this and not... So you see the card has stayed where it was. If you wanted to do this and not have the bits missing where the double deboss section is from the dies, you would just stamp it on a piece of card and then die cut afterwards. I quite like the bits missing. I just think it gives it a nice aged feel, a bit like me these days.
You've got bits missing,
next time you see me, my hair will be dead braided down my back. So I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black because we are going to watercolour some elements from this. Lovely. Using the watercolour blending brush pens. So let's just give that a little stamp. And then when I take the oval off, all that I will have wasted is a little... Oops. I've jinxed the set. I think you've jinxed the set,
It's
Catherine.
not me.
That car's just fell on its own.
It wasn't me.
Look at that. Oh, hang on, I've missed a bit. There we go.
Look,
How
wow,
amazing
that is crisp,
is
isn't
that
it?
stamp? I just absolutely love this stamp. And you know, when you start working with this and you bring in all your different mediums, you're going to have so much fun with this. I'm just cleaning the excess ink off because I can't
That
leave
is
it grubby.
gorgeous. Phil, that little bit of kitchen towel under there as well. I presume that not only is it holding everything in place for you, but that will act as a little bit of a spongy mat as well on top
Well,
of
I suppose so,
the
but it's there to
foam.
keep it clean for me. I can't see the point in getting ink all over my little spongy mat underneath when you could just pop a little bit of kitchen roller. So basically that's all that's left, look, that little bit there, which doesn't matter because we're going to have foam tape on there. Little tip for you, because it's one of the things that I used to struggle with, and I don't know why, I just all of a sudden thought, oh, you know what, I could put a bit of glue on that. So we're now going to bring in the watercolour blending brush pens.
I adore that
Now,
stamp.
you know the story on these. Somebody did ask me on Facebook last night about the stock levels of these. And I told you right at the beginning of the year, I'm not restocking them this year. So once my current stock, not necessarily the stock here, but once my current stock has gone, I won't be restocking this year. So Lottie in my ears just said, you better put some by for me. So I've obviously organised all mine into colour family, so I'm looking for my pinks, because I'm going to bring... It's not a set, because I've put up, sorry, what I'm going to say to you is the same as I say to everybody else who asks me which set to go for first. I'll be honest with you and tell you that sets 3 and 4 are the most vulnerable in my stock.
Okay.
So if you haven't got 3 or 4, they're the ones I would be suggesting you get first. But you know what? Look at the colours in them, get the colours that you know you like. It's the best place to start.
And it's important to say, if you are going for more than one set, there are no duplicates throughout those sets at all.
That's right, yeah, there are no duplicates whatsoever. Even those that look similar are not similar. Yeah. So I'm going to go for these 2 pinks and just see which one matches the nearest. I've just put mine into colour order because it's easier for me to see what's in which box. I'm just getting a bit of scrap card. See which one matches the nearest. Oh, there we go. I don't even need to see because that's the one.
Now, even if you're purchasing those pens, you will still get the brayer. It's any purchase apart from the Freedom Club price. That's the only thing that you want.
What's that all about?
Are you having a panic attack there, over there?
How do we pack that?
And this isn't any old brayer either. This is your 6-inch brayer as well.
Yeah, no, I put the. Do you know why I put the biggest one in? I put the biggest one in because it does the most. So if you've never used, and it's a really, that's a £12.99 product.
Yeah.
And you know, if you've never used a brayer before, sometimes when you've got the 4-inch one, you're messing a lot. The 6-inch one just makes it easier. So I'm just going to add a little bit of colour to this, and I'm going to go direct onto the card with the pens, with the hot pink pen. Okay, so I'm not going to do them all because I would be here forever. But I am just going to add some colour, and I love the fact that we can just add. He said he's not going to do them all, and then what am I doing? I love the fact that we can bring in a little bit of colour to tie in with the card look. So I'm just going to get some water going on here, and I'm just going to bleed that colour out. That's too much water, Phil. Just bleed that colour out.
And of course you do get the water brushes in with those sets as well.
It's blended itself. All I've done, in fact, I've got too much water on there, but that's just blended itself for me. This is why these pens have been so good. I just can't keep restocking them. This is the problem I've got. So I've only got 4 minutes left. Stop it. When last time I looked, there was 20 minutes. Right. So you see what I mean? Look, it's just all I've done is put a bit of colour on and added some water. Right, where's my kitchen roll? Let's have to wipe that water off there. Let's get this done. Let's see if we can finish this. I knew it wasn't a quick demo.
You can do it, Phil.
But then, do I ever do a quick demo? So I'm just going to put some foam tape running down the middle of that. I want to try if I've got time at the end to cut the butterfly die for you that comes with the compendium, because the quality of the cut is really important to me. No, I'm not going to have time. I've got 3.5 minutes. I'm back at 11 tomorrow, so I will try and cut the butterfly die for you at 11 tomorrow.
Can we mention
I can't wait.
the other shows?
Julia's on tonight. Wait till you see Trudy's new stamps. They are phenomenal.
Oh, wow.
Lots of use them as well. So a little tip for you. Remember, we've got foam tape on the border, so I actually need 2 layers on the top and bottom of this.
Okay.
And I can't cut this foam tape, can't tear this foam tape, sorry. But I will get it done. And I'm doing it properly. I don't want to do a half-done card.
You mentioned, Phil, our other guests that we're going to see.
Say it again.
Have you mentioned so far our other new guests?
No, not yet.
I'm not
Special
saying anything
guest tomorrow night for the one-day special. You need to tune in at 6 p.m. tomorrow night to see who that is. It's very exciting. Very exciting, and I'm probably going to have to behave a little bit. So I've got 2 layers of foam tape on there, look at that. How gorgeous is that?
That is
so all my flowers are done. I did leave one, I think, to do, so I'll miss that off. There's just a couple for this card, look.
Okay. What have you used, Phil? The sweetheart one?
And these are going on with glue gel. See if I can get this finished. So what I've used here is a combination of the original Sweetheart flower die. You can see the solid one is the original Sweetheart, and then the new one is the Lacylicious, and they're absolutely beautiful. So have I got time to do all this?
You have got, yeah, about 1:40.
I will get these on.
We are busy for the flower die sets as well. You can get these individually, remember, but they do come as part of the huge bundle. And of course, that's where the savings are. Details on the screen, everybody. Split 3 ways. Anything else you're adding into your basket, you can also split 3 ways. Remember, with the big bundle, you are getting the compendium. That is a limited bundle for you as well. You will not find it or any of the components anywhere else. 418155.
Incidentally, I'm just sorry, everybody. I'm just asking lovely Lottie in my ear. What's the saving on the big bundle? So what's that? 45 altogether?
45 if you're a Freedom member.
So the actual right. So I'm just going to pop. I'll put it up here actually.
And a brayer worth
pop that butterfly there, and I've got 2 others, which are the plain ones from the beautiful butterfly set. So just going back to the saving from the original RRPs is 40 odd quid. That's actually 2 sets of flower dies for free.
It is,
because the flower dies are £19.99 a set.
If you're not a Freedom member, it's worth joining Freedom Club as well, just to get the bigger saving.
Done.
Wow, look at that.
Now I'm going to have to do an overhead because it's got... Is that all right? So I'm just going to put them side by side just to show you the difference. From the same compendium box set.
Love it. Wow. Oh, do check those baskets out. Do not miss out on this. This is the last show for today. But Philly's back tomorrow. Over 60% of the bundle has now gone for the compendium. Do you know, limited, remember, you can't get this anywhere else. Almost half the stock gone for the compendium on its own. The big bundle, of course, includes all those extra dies, 4 full sets of them, the glitters, the embossing folders, embossing powders as well. And you're carrying all those savings over. We've got very little time left. In fact, we've got seconds. Phil, thank you very, very much.
You're welcome. Thank you, everybody. I suggest you
now.
get this before I'm back tomorrow.
I think so, yeah. 11 o'clock, Phil will be back tomorrow. Of course, everything comes in one of those beautiful boxes as well. Stay with us, though. We've got much more to come. And don't miss Julia at 5. Oh, looking forward to this hour. I think Alex might be wearing a new dress as well. Dovetailed London Fabrics coming up. And then we've got Dreamy's Happy Hour. And then, of course, we're back with Sentimentally Yours.
Hi, I'm Jean, and together with my partner Malcolm, we run a small business in the northeast of England called Crafty Individuals. At Crafty Individuals, we're mostly involved in the design and manufacture of a very wide range of red rubber art stamps, but we also have a range of background papers and mini images that are also brilliant to create with. We also have a great little team of other artist friends who've helped us along the way and have come up with other designs that completely work alongside our own. So do pull up a pew and join us on the Hochanda shows. We can't wait to see you there.
Hi, my name's Mel and I'm from Crafty Devils down in Devon. We are a family-run business and we've been established for about 16 years now. We're known for our MDF products and our mediums. All of our MDF products are produced in Devon, in the UK, and we have a wide variety of products to inspire you. So if you watch Hochanda, you'll see us put together and decorate our designs to inspire you so that you can make your own crafting projects. So make sure you tune in to all our Crafty Devil shows on Hochanda.
Have you heard of Hochanda Freedom? Did you know that as a Hochanda Freedom member, you could be making savings on every order you place? For just £5.97 a month, you will benefit from selected Freedom member discounts and complimentary standard delivery on every order you place. You will also receive our exclusive Hochanda Freedom members badge, regular newsletters, giveaways and crafty updates. If you shop with Hochanda more than twice a month, then Freedom is for you. Don't forget, your Freedom membership is flexible, so you can pause it if you're going away, or you can cancel it at any time. So what are you waiting for? Give us a call or head to the website, quoting item number 88888 and join Hochanda Freedom today.
Hi, I'm Lucy from Sweet Poppy Stencils, the Craft Station Limited. We're a craft retailer and we specialise in stainless steel stencils. Our stencils are manufactured in metal. This allows us to have designs that are intricate. We also have new products coming on board, our craft bonds, our pole drops and our acrylic paints are joining us. We've recently joined Hochanda and we're really excited. This allows us to demonstrate and show our products. We know customers like seeing the demonstrations, so make sure you tune in and don't miss the Sweet Poppy shows on Hochanda.
Hi there, my name's Leona. I'm a presenter, a guest and a crafter here at Hochanda. I got into crafting years ago. I've been crafting since I was a child, and I absolutely love it. I love my job. I love the presenting side because I get to meet loads of really inspirational people, and that's just the beauty of this. There's always something new to learn. There's always something that you want to get into. It's fabulous. My Let the Only Loose show on Hochanda is also fantastic. It's my weekly highlight. I get to work with loads of really cool brands, loads of fantastic products, and again, I'm always learning. And I do get loads of wonderful viewers getting in touch as well, which is obviously a highlight of our job. I hope you can join me on my Let the Only Loose shows every Wednesday, 11 AM and 2 PM.
Hello and good afternoon. Meg's just said to me, work it, girl. Now, I am sporting one of the beautiful dresses that you can be making when you, and these are made out of African wax fabrics, wax print fabrics, and they're absolutely adorable. When Adaku, who's our guest, hello, good afternoon, Adaku.
Hi, how are you?
I'm really well, thank you.
Fantastic.
And you literally said, do you fancy, how do you fancy? Yes, I'll wear it. So I'm super, super chuffed to be wearing this. And as you can see, we've got some of the gorgeous clothes that you can be making from a very, very brand new book that we've got on the show. But without further ado, because this is my first time working with Adaku, I'd love to ask you a little bit about yourself,
Sure.
your background,
Sure.
And also Dovetailed London Fabrics.
So my name is Adaku, I'm the owner of Dovetailed.
Yeah.
I sell African wax print fabrics. I also design sewing patterns.
Right.
And I've been working with a publisher for about 18 months now.
Cool.
And now we have the results of this brand new book that's new this week, in fact.
Amazing.
I was a barrister before starting the business.
Wow.
I've been a barrister for about 15 years. And then after having children, I was just thinking about what else I could do. Other than being a barrister, just something that could work around a small family a bit more easily.
Absolutely.
And so then I saw an episode of The Sewing Bee, actually, in 2016, and I was intrigued, I should say. I didn't really understand what they were talking about. When you haven't sewn before, expressions like cutting on the bias and peplum, they don't necessarily mean much to you. And then about a month later, I saw an advert for evening classes at my local adult learning centre.
Brilliant, yeah.
And so I just took a few more. Just completely hooked. And so I did classes in pattern cutting, pattern drafting, tailoring, African fashion, clothes making, quite a few.
Amazing. And look, we are busy already for this fabulous book. I mean, I think you were saying earlier it's been on pre-order for ages because so many people wanted it.
Yeah, so it's been on pre-order since June last year.
Yeah.
And we were so pleased because this week it was actually a bestseller on Amazon.
Boom!
So it was a bestseller in the fashion and style category on Amazon.
Amazing. So we're looking at it here. We've got it on a fabulous introductory price as well. Look at this, 25 vibrant projects for handmade clothes and accessories by Adaku, sorry. It goes from sizes 8 up to 26. So it's going to cover, you know, so many different sizes, which is excellent. It's only £11.99. We are busy already, so please, please make sure you are checking out your basket. Just a little note to say it's going to be dispatched from the 5th of March. 704940 is the item number. I'm going to give it a quick flick, but then Adaku is going to go through in a lot more detail here. But just look at these. You've got skirts. The culottes, I've really got my eye on the culottes, Adaku. I really think they are super cool. Beautiful skirts, but beautiful fabrics. Now, if you want to shop ahead, we do have amazing fabrics on the show also. And let's take a little look. There's dresses, or you can learn how to put the pockets in. This is the dress that I am currently sporting here. So do get ahead, just £11.99, 704940. Now, I'm going to hand over to Adaku. Yes, let's have a look through this book.
Sure. So when you receive your book, you will see that there is pattern sheets. There are pattern sheets at the front, and there are also pattern sheets at the back. I'll come on to the pattern sheets in a moment, just looking at the contents, we've quite, I hope helpfully, laid out the chapters. So chapter 1, we've got top skirts and pants. Chapter 2, dresses. Chapter 3, bags and purses. And chapter 4, accessories. What I also am really happy about is that we thought it important to spend a bit of time just talking through the history of the fabrics, an introduction to the fabrics, how to use the fabrics. So there's lots of information sort of around the fabrics, both in terms of history and use. So hopefully everyone finds that useful. Pattern matching is always quite important with these fabrics, just placement of patterns and the placement of the motifs and the designs. So there's a section on that before we then move into the garments. So I just wanted to take you through to the section where we have the bags and purses, because I know that not everyone is a dressmaker. There are lots here for dressmakers and clothes makers, but if you're not sort of a dressmaker necessarily, there are some accessories here, and I think the feedback I've already had from people is that they were pleasantly surprised to see the sheer number of accessories that we have in this book. So just then with the pattern sheets, because what you'll have is a little sort of sticky flap here. Just peel that open.
All good.
And
nicely
then,
secure that.
And then you'll take out your sheets. These are full-size patterns.
Okay.
But
Very
given
easy
the
to follow.
Very easy to follow.
Excellent.
Given the sheer size of them, I mean, we've got 15 garments in sizes 8 to 26. So
Amazing.
that's quite a lot.
Yes, that's
so
great.
what we've done is that we have placed them onto these sheets.
Yeah.
They are overlapping. So the first thing you really have to do is get yourself some pattern paper. Okay, get yourself some pattern paper. Find the size that's yours. So they go from sizes 8 to 26. We have different lines for the different sizes. So, and we also have different colours for the different patterns.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
All right.
So it all makes sense.
It should all be very, very easy to follow, but you will require some pattern paper. Trace out your size, and then from that, cut into the fabric. And also, for example, the jumpsuit, you've got quite a long leg pattern.
Okay, great.
So that is over more than one sheet.
Right.
But then we've got connecting sections so that you know where and how to connect them. But just take your time initially with that, if it's something that you haven't used before.
Excellent. Also, I'm noticing even down to the quality of the paper that you've used there. So it's something that you can keep going back to and keep going back to and keep going back to.
Of
so it's going to last you, which is excellent.
Yes.
Nice. Good stuff. So again, just to say, just £11.99 for this beautiful, brand new today book. It's on your introductory price. Just look at the beautiful things that you've got through here. As I said, you've got dresses, you've got culottes, you've got jumpsuits. Can I just point out another dress that I absolutely adore? This one. Look at this one at the back. I love that. I so wanted to try that on as well. This is very Paola, you know, our other lovely presenter.
Oh, yes,
this is so Paola. I can see it's behind you there, but we can maybe show it a little bit later. All right, we are busy. We are already 10% of the stock gone. So many people have been waiting for this fantastic book. So please check out your baskets. Only £11.99. So many amazing projects. And as Adaku said, not just your dressmaking, but also you've got your accessories. You can make bags. You can even make face masks if you want. But also what you're going to need is some fantastic fabric, and we have got 2 yards in these fabulous, beautiful patterns, and aren't they gorgeous? They're so bold, they're so vivid. I adore bold prints. I mean, you probably notice yourself at home with what I generally tend to wear anyway. It's got some pizzazz to them, so I adore these fabrics. Now, this first option that you've got here, this is your netting on blue, and you're getting 2 yards of it here, so take a little look at that. And then the next one that we have got, this one is your Birds of Paradise. Don't you just love the names too? That is exquisite. So again, look at that boldness. It's wonderful. Then the next one,
This is called Pops of Colour. It kind of reminds me of, like, you know, feathers of an owl. I can kind of see that through there. And then following on, we have got our green leaves, which of course, this is the one you're sporting, is that right, Adaki? And I think it suits you beautifully.
Thank you.
Nice. And then the final one that we've got here is the ripple effect, or how did you pronounce it? Subra. Yeah. Fabulous. I'm going to open this one out. Now, it's got a feel to it. I mean, as we're saying, it's African wax fabrics. How would you describe it, and how do they coat it? How does it work?
So it's designed in a way that's similar to batik. So you start with just sort of plain cotton, and then you use wax to create designs, and the fabric will be placed into dye, so that the areas where the wax has been applied will resist the dye, and the areas where the wax has not been applied, the dye will penetrate. And so once the wax has cooled, you'll remove it, and then you'll just keep repeating the process until you've got beautiful, intricate designs.
It's amazing.
It's very complicated.
Is it? Well, but it's worth it, isn't it? That's absolutely beautiful. And it's very, very comfortable to wear. It's very nice on the skin. Yeah, I really like it. Good. So you can see the size here, 2 yards. That is a lot to work with. That's amazing. I mean, would you get a full jumpsuit out of the 2 yards? What do you reckon?
No, I think the jumpsuit, you may need sort of 3 to 4.
3 to 4?
There's a lot there with the jumpsuit. And, and also, you know, pattern matching always requires you to get just that little bit more.
Yeah. Okay, good stuff. By the way, if you've got any questions at all, as ever, send your questions to studio@hochanda.com, or you can pop them onto our Facebook page, and I'm going to end up handing this to Kirsty because I'm never very good, as we know, at folding the fabrics. So each of your 2 yard options is $14.99. Again, that's a great price, Adaku. Yeah. Really great price here. Yeah,
good, fab.
Good stuff. Right then, now we've also got another option for you to buy this if you want. You can get a yard by 120 centimetres of any of these fabrics on a pick and mix. But of course, if it, so you're going to get 2, and you can choose this one and this. Those are the. Is it these 2? Yeah, these 2 I'd go for because they're Alex colours. Of course they are. This one and this one. That's what I'd go for. All right, if you want it on your pick and mix, then it is $14.99. So it could be that, I mean, you could go really bold, couldn't you? Why not clash it up? Why not have a top in one colour and a skirt in the other? Now, in the pick and mix, in the lead, which one? Pops of Colour, this one, okay? And green leaves. So those 2 currently are neck and neck. Those are the ones that you're going for. So as I said, $14.99 if you want your pick and mix of any 2 of these. They come as a yard piece. 210018 is your item number. Then the one that I'm wearing, this is the 4 yard piece. Isn't this a stunner? It's a real focal point, this.
No, I mean, there's so much you can do with that sort of huge flower motif, whether it's accessory or dress.
I think a maxi dress in this would also look really nice, so it's like right down the body. I think that would look fabulous. And again, look at these colours, aren't they divine? They're those lovely pinks, purple, all my favourite colours as always. £29.98 is the price. Item number is 145622. So this is the one that I'm currently wearing. She says, I'm going to get into my fabulous model pose. Meg's just said again, work it, girl. But isn't this nice? I also love the fact that this pattern's got your pockets. I love pockets.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're actually wide enough because I tested it. You can get your phone in there. These are my necessities. Phone, lipstick, keys. That's all a girl needs. Meg's just said to me in my ear, do you have to do the hips with it as well? Yes, you do. Phone, lipstick, keys. Right, without further ado, I am now going to hand over to you, Adaku. What are you going to demo for us?
So what I'm going to demo actually is the sleeve from the dress that you're wearing. So this dress, and at the same time actually, I will have open the pattern in the book so everyone can sort of see what I'm looking at. So what you'll do is you'll cut 2 pieces for the top of the sleeve, and then 2 pieces for the flounce of the sleeve. And you're going to sew these together to make one sleeve that will then be attached to the dress. Note that with your sleeve, head, the sleeve top rather, the top of the sleeve,
Cool.
there are 2 notches to indicate the back. That will be attached at the back of your dress, and then 1 notch to indicate the front. So what you'll do, I haven't done it yet, I'll do it now.
Sure.
You'll take your scissors and literally just notch here, so that when you've taken away your pattern sheet, there's a mark that that's your front.
Cool.
And then notch twice here for the same reason. All right, so that's what you'll do. And then remove pins.
Yep. Nice and easy. Just look at that fabric. How bold is that? Gorgeous.
So what I've done is, when laying this, I laid it right side to right side, so I know that the two sides that are touching, if you like, are the right, again, just so that I know this is my right side. And what you'll do with this is, again, right side to right side, you're going to stitch, I believe I said 1 centimetre seam allowance, or most of the seam allowances are 1 centimetre, a 1 centimetre seam allowance from the top to the bottom to stitch that together, so I'll do that now.
And what sort of, what's the seam allowance and things are you doing?
So the seam allowance is 1 centimetre.
Okay.
And it will just be a normal stitch length.
Wonderful. So you're saying you started sewing classes in 2016. You've come a
Sure.
long way, very quickly actually.
Thank you.
Did you just kind of get obsessed with it?
Pretty much.
Yeah. And now, did you say, I mean, I know
Yeah.
it's difficult at the moment, that you run classes too?
I don't run classes at the moment, not with everything that's been going on.
Yeah. But maybe in the future?
Yeah. When we're all allowed out again.
Soon, Adaku. We're all praying for that.
Scissors.
Cool. So just trimming off those little threads?
Yep, trim off the threads and then do the same with the other sleeve.
I have to say, I really like the sleeves like this.
They're
just
nice.
They're funky, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Just really like
They
that.
are.
Feels...
And also, if you wanted to
Yeah.
sort of put some elastic through the hem to kind of give yourself a bit of a ruche type effect, you can
Nice.
do that as well.
It's kind of whatever suits you. And I guess if you're a more experienced sewer, you'll know how to do that. Yeah.
I always recommend making a twirl if you haven't made it before. So a twirl is just when you if you use some like an old bed sheet or old curtains or muslin fabric, calico fabric, to make it up as a draft or a first run,
like a practice piece.
A practice piece.
Yes.
That really helps, because then, say you've made this, you might think, do you know what, I personally don't quite like the sleeves that way. I'd quite like to put some elastic in. But you only kind of understand that about yourself and your choices, I think, more so when you've made a twirl.
Okay.
Because if you sometimes rush to make it in your really nice fabric, you might find yourself, well, actually, I would have liked it like this, or which is why a twirl is good if you haven't.
Right.
If you're making it for the first time.
Yeah, nice stuff. I want to start going back to sewing classes. Many moons ago I started going and I made myself 2 skirts, but I've forgotten how to do it. Oh, Meg said, oh, did you? Yeah, I've actually got one here in the dressing room, but I never wear it. I should wear it. Okay, so that's the second sleeve.
That's the second sleeve top. And now for the flounce. Let me come in. I may be slightly off centre.
No, that's great. Just taking the pins out then.
Yep.
Just to let you know at home, we are busy. We have got 4-minute queues on the phone lines. Obviously, we'll get to you as soon as we can, but your fastest way to order is online at hochanda.com. Lovely stuff. Again, is this right sides together here?
Again, right sides together. I'll put my pins, just makes life a bit easier. And then fold here like so, and run a stitch from there to make the flounce.
Right.
And you'll do that with both.
And do you only specifically work with the African wax print fabrics, or do you like to work with other fabrics too? Or
I really just work with African wax print.
Yeah.
I do like to throw in some polka dot.
Oh, nice.
As you've seen on...
Oh, I can see on that lovely shift dress over there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or some sort of plain binding. as I've done with some of them, as with your one.
Yes.
Yeah, some plain binding, but otherwise,
yeah,
it's just.
I mean, I don't blame you though, because these are absolutely stunning, stunning prints. Now, while you're doing that as well, is there any sort of special care with them, like wash-wise?
Sure. So, with clothes, pre-wash before you start cutting and sewing.
Okay.
That does two things. One, it shrinks them because you want them to shrink. When I say shrink, I just mean sort of 10% shrinkage. You'd want that to happen before you've cut, not after. And then it softens the fabric as well, because some of them do have this kind of waxy residue, not residue, this sort of waxy finish, I should say.
Yeah.
And the washing with just normal detergent will just sort of wash that away. But the colours remain, as you can see, completely intact.
Vivid.
Yours has been washed and pressed. Mine has been washed and pressed.
Yeah.
No loss of colour at all.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there'd be nothing worse, if you've made your beautiful garment and then you wash it and then it's, you know, you can't get into it. Oh, well, I'm blaming that, not lockdown, that we've all put like several pounds on. Oh, have you run out of thread there, or just?
Oh yes, I'm just going to fill my bobbin. Always have your bobbin full.
Don't worry, live TV and all that. Just while you're doing that, then I'll have another little flick through it. Why am I doing that when I've got one behind? Here we are. Now. Right, we are approaching a quarter of the stock gone. So many people have been waiting for this book, this beautiful Sewing with African Wax Print fabric book. You've got 25 vibrant projects for handmade clothes and accessories. And there's something really satisfying, isn't there, about handmade clothes? And nobody else has got what you're wearing. It's one of those lovely things as well that people stop you in the street and go, oh, where did you get that from? And you're like, I made it. You've also got 14 full-size pull-out patterns. Size-wise, it ranges from 8 to 26, so that's covering loads and loads of sizes. You can see the patterns there, and then look here we are, there's the Darku, looking fabulous in that skirt. And we've got beautiful full-length dresses, and we've got accessories, so this isn't, as the Darku said at the beginning, just for the dressmaker. Oh, this is nice, you've dedicated this to your children. That's wonderful.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, so we've got top skirts and pants. Then you can see down here, chapter 2 is dresses. Then we're into chapter 3 is bags and purses. And then chapter 4 are your accessories. And, oh, your animals. Look at this, from horses, chickens and peacocks. So these are the sorts of prints that you can get, which is wonderful. Oh, this is interesting. Some fabrics may feature ancient symbols. Yeah, can you tell us a bit about that?
Sure. So, which one do I know? There aren't not here with me.
Don't worry.
So, going all the way back to sort of Middle Ages, you had the Akan people that lived in what is now Ghana and the Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
And they would adorn, if you like, their environment, their clothes with symbols and motifs. Some were inspiring, some were for sort of protection, some were spiritual.
Yeah.
And so you do have those sort of symbols littered throughout these fabrics.
Is this one on, you can see on the screen?
It's similar, but it's been modernised quite a bit, but it is similar. Yeah.
It's really interesting. I love stuff like that. And then we're moving on to, have you done the...
Yes, I have.
Not yet.
No, I have actually.
Oh, you have?
Sorry.
There we go. And can I just... one of my favourite things in here are the culottes. I think that, here we are, I think they're so stylish. They're a nice length as well. I think
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Okay. Lovely. I'm flicking through a little bit more.
Yeah, you carry on.
Cool. What are you working on at the moment? Which piece?
I'm literally just finishing... Sorry. I'm literally... Oh, gosh. Having bobbin issues.
Are you all right, lovely?
Yeah.
That's all right. I'll keep going and doing these.
Going.
Here we are. That's the beautiful fabric. Yeah, this is exactly what Adalka is wearing right now. Lovely. And then showing you how it all goes together. Here's the dress that, oh, hang on, I'm sporting. If I can flick through. There we go. Looks beautiful, doesn't it? I'll flick through a little bit more later on. £11.99 on an introductory price. As I said, people have been waiting for this. It's been on pre-order since June last year. We've finally managed to get hold of it. 704940 is your item number. We can also look at some more of these fabrics if you're just joining us. Now, you can get this as 2-yard pieces or on a pick and mix of 1 yard, and you choose 2 of your choice. But we're looking at the moment at your 2-yard pieces. So first off, we have got the netting in blue. Oh, this one has now leapt into the lead. See, you like your bright, bold colours, and I don't blame you at home. So this one is your netting in blue. Then the next one that we have are the Birds of Paradise. Oh yes, this is on the top behind me. Again, look at the style of this top. It's very, very flattering, really pretty, and I really like the neckline. I think that's absolutely beautiful. There we go, having a nice look at this one. So everything around me, Adaku, were these the projects? Excellent.
Every one of them.
Amazing, so you can be making that. Lovely. Then we've got the pops of colour. Lovely autumnal rich colours in this one. Really like this. Miss Meg in my ear, this would suit you. She went, oh, thank you. Yeah, it would. I'm just looking. Look, we've got another top behind me. That's sweet. I like the little collar we've got here. Adorable little buttons as well, I think. Look at that. See, I think this is really stylish. This is really stylish. This is Sex in the City stylish. Other shows available, right? And then we've also got our green leaves. Love this one. And as we were saying, oh, this one, Meg's saying, oh, Meg is saying a bodycon dress in this. Yes, thanks. Yes, seriously, I really, really like that. Oh, I can really picture that in a bodycon dress. So I'm just thinking now. Shall I? Hang on a minute. All right, okay. If I can get this out. How are you going to see me? Shall I step out? Am I? Hang on. Right, let's see. Wrap this around. Let us know when you're good to go, Adaku. I will just model some of these. All right. Okay, I'm going to shimmy along. Right, here we go. So I'm going to try. Obviously, I've got to cinch it in a little bit. Here we go. A bit here. I can't see myself. Hang on. I'm going to try and pull it in a little bit. What do you think? Yeah, it's Adaku, can you make me one? What? Meg's saying she likes the train at the back as well. You could do. It's nice. Oh, thank you very much. Right, I'm going to shimmy on back now. All right, lovely. That's a really nice one. So that one was the green leaves. And then the final option here is the ripple. Again, it's got such a lovely feel to it with the wax finish. Each option for your 2 yards of fabric is £14.99. Item number is 789116. Now, if you can't decide, you can get a pick and mix and you can choose one of any of the colours, or, well, you can go for, let's say, that one and that one, if you know what I mean, and that will be in a yard. Again, £14.99. Item number is 210018. The pops of colour, my goodness, my word. Okay, this is now limited stock on the pick and mix. So again, I do urge you to be quick. Are you on again today, Adaku?
I am. I'm
what
on
time?
Later. 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock, lovely stuff. So this might not be here later. Do check out your baskets. And last but not least, because then I think Adaku's ready to go, we've got a 4-yard piece of the beautiful fabric that I am sporting. Sorry, I'm going to have to leave this for Kirsty. But it is absolutely bright, bold and beautiful. That's a real feature piece, whether it's going to be a dress or even a handbag as a real pop. It's beautiful. £29.98 for 4 yards of this. 145622. Adaku, what could we make with 4 yards?
So the dress that you're wearing, for example, I mean, I would really reserve 4 yards for something that's a real statement.
Yes.
So you've got sort of lots of length, sleeve, that sort of thing.
Amazing. Right then, details are on screen. Again, phone lines are extremely busy, so your fastest way to order is online at hochanda.com. Where have you got to then, Adaku?
Okay, so I've now finished sewing the flounce pieces together, and so we will attach the top of the sleeve to the flounce. Before I do that, I'll just, I mean, because of time, I'll just crack on. You would press the seam down, but I won't. I'll leave that for now so I can just show you.
And so you press it not to one side, but you split it down the middle?
Yes, you split it down the middle. Well, I'll do one.
Okay.
You split it down the middle. You can't see me there, can you?
Oh, no, we're all right. We're all right. Don't you worry. It's all good. We know what you're doing anyway.
Okay, fine. Yeah, that's pretty simple.
Just so then we get it all nice.
So I'll just do the one, and then, so what you'll do now, you can see you've got your, it's beginning to take shape. You can see from, this is now step 4 on page 53 of the book, and so you'll have your top sleeve right side out. So I'll turn it right side out. And your flounce will remain wrong side out. And then you'll slot the sleeve into the flounce, lining up.
Yeah, we're just coming in. That's it.
Lining up those side seams so that they line up.
And then are they nestling?
I don't know what you mean by nestling.
Oh, it just, I guess, the same as what you've just said.
Okay, sorry. And then you'll pin in place.
Just both, either side?
Well, as many pins as you need.
You feel comfortable?
As many pins as you need. I like pins. I like pins anyway.
Better safe than sorry.
Yes. And
absolutely.
then I'll just, before I sew it, I'll just try it. Let me put another 2 in.
You were saying that the book is dedicated to your children. Are they watching today?
No, they won't be watching.
Oh.
They're little.
Oh, tiny. How old are they?
So 6, 4 and 2.
Right. They will keep you busy then.
Yes. And so what I like to do is, before I even get to the machine, I just like to open it up just to make sure that it will look how it's supposed to look. So this is your head that will slot into your sleeve, and then your flounce will just flounce out.
Yes.
So that's it. And so I'll do that now, and you'll repeat with both.
Lovely. And again, you can see on my sleeve, this is how it will look. I really like this. In fact, I'd like to buy more clothes that are like, or make, I should say, more clothes like this. Again, I can't stress enough how comfortable this fabric is, and how you want to touch it, you want to stroke it, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
It's gorgeous. Again, if you've got any questions,
You haven't worn it before, have you?
No, I just popped it on, and I really like it.
Converted.
Yeah, seriously, it's really nice. Yeah, did you want this back up? No, I'm only joking. I'm only joking. Also, just a quick question for you, Adaku. What's your sort of, while you're doing that, what's your sort of angel policy? Can we make our clothes to sell, or it's just for your own use?
We've got copyright stuff kind of written all over the book somewhere.
No,
so yeah, it is just for you.
Yeah, your own
home use.
Nice. Okay, again, details are on screen for the lovely book at £11.99. £3 savings, so you've got this on an introductory price. Yes, a quick reminder, dispatch from the 5th of March. I nearly said May. I was like, no, that's not right. Having said that, this year's already flying by, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, she's like, tell me about it. Okay. And what's the, again, the seam allowance here? Another centimetre?
1 centimetre seam allowance.
Yeah, and that's all in the instructions?
All in the instructions.
Excellent, don't need to worry. And is this your first book?
It is.
Yeah? Are you going to be bringing out more?
I hope so.
Yay! Oh, that's nice. Meg's just asking, if someone hasn't made a project before with your African wax prints, what would be your recommendation for a first project?
So I would say the skirt, the tote bag, between those two.
Oh, those.
We've also got some hair accessories.
Oh, Oh, like scrunchies and things?
Yes, well, maybe the next show I'll bring those out, because we've also got sort of scrunchy, headband, eye mask, face mask. So we've got lots of little patterns that you can sort of start with to just sort of have a play.
Fine.
And then take it from there.
Okay, I shall have a little look in the book for it. Right, let's see. Oh, here we go. I think this one is the tote bag. That's the one behind me. And, oh, here we go, eye masks. I love a good eye mask. Yeah, love those. Ah, there's your scrunchie. That looks fab. I love that fabric again as well. Infinity scarf, that's probably a good easy one as well, isn't it?
Agreed, yeah, definitely.
Oh, nice. Actually, the infinity scarf is behind me here. Oh, and you've used a little bit of felt, not felt, fleece, that's the word, on the other side. That'll keep you nice and warm too. Yeah.
You could use anything that you liked. Satin, silk, anything.
Yeah. All right, so you're turning it right side out.
So now I turn it right side out. And there is your sleeve.
That's amazing.
So I'll just do the same with the other one.
Sure. Now, just while you're doing that, I need to clarify something, because, okay, two of the prints we've mixed up. So this one is your pops of colour, which makes sense actually, yeah. And then this one is the Birds of Paradise. Okay, just to be clear, because I think it might be slightly different on the website. So that one is your pops of colour, and that one is your Birds of Paradise. Again, you can buy any of these in your 2 yards of fabric, $14.99. Lovely. Back to you, Adaku.
So I'm just doing the other sleeve now.
How long did it take you to make this dress that I'm wearing?
Not long.
Not long?
This one's quite it's relatively, I think, for the impact that it gives, I think it's quite straightforward.
Nice, okay. And yeah, how much of a skilled sewer would you say you have to be to make these dresses?
I wouldn't say you have to be particularly skilled. We have sort of aimed them, the projects have all sort of been aimed at your beginner sewer to intermediate sewer, and there are, as I say, really simple projects for those starting out, and then there are projects suitable for someone who's been sewing maybe for 6 months or so.
Oh, great.
And then those who are really skilled, or more skilled I should say, would like the sort of the shirt dress behind me, or the shirt, the blouse that you were looking at, because buttonholes can be a bit fiendish. I wouldn't start with buttonholes if you're
a beginner.
Save yourself a heartache.
Yeah, fair enough. Do you have to have a buttonhole?
Foot.
Thank you. That's
yeah. No, most machines do. Even your really simple machines will have a buttonhole foot.
Yeah, good. Okay. So you just sort of give it a nice, make sure it's, take your time to line it up when you're doing that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is relaxing. This is fun. This is not stressful in any way. So just take your time. There's no hurry.
That's what we like. Because we run around so stressed all the time, don't we? It's nice to relax. And then you've got the absolute pleasure of being able to wear what you've created.
When it's finished.
Yeah.
And then, you know, if you find the one that you like, you could make it again. Okay, I'm in love with this pinafore. I absolutely adore this pinafore. And believe me, when the time is there, I'll be making this in loads of different fabrics. And that's the thing. That's what's so great about it, about sewing, that, you know, when you find the pattern that you like, you can make it again and again and again in any fabric that suits that pattern.
Yeah, in the prints that you love. That's that expression, actually, they say about shoes, but I think it's the same about garments. You know, when you find something you love, just like just make tons, basically. Yeah.
How much time do we have left?
We're doing all right. 15 minutes.
Okay, great.
Yeah. And we were chatting earlier, the patterns can be adaptable, like you were saying, if you want to add a bit of a ruche, if you want to add...
Yeah.
Just go to town.
Go to town. again, if you've made a 12 first, you'll have an idea about how it looks, and then you will have the confidence, because I think that's what it is required, maybe, just a bit of confidence, to think, okay, well, maybe I want it a bit shorter, maybe I want it a bit longer, maybe I want this to be a bit smaller, maybe...
Exactly, like some people like midi-length things, or some people like, you know, dresses or skirts above the knee, so you just tailor it to yourself. And again, that's the beauty of making things at home.
Sure, definitely.
See, that doesn't take long at all, does it?
No,
really
it doesn't.
Great.
It doesn't.
And then when you get to that little seam, you're just taking our time to make sure that it's flattened out. Yeah.
I think sometimes with these sewing with African wax prints, I think it can be the pattern matching that can often take some time. not necessarily pattern matching, but placements.
Yes.
So this is the dress. So I started it before. What I will do is just, because I haven't stitched any of it. So I'm just going to, this is your skirt, this is your dress, sorry, front and back.
Yeah.
I'm just going to stitch the shoulder line here, and then the seam here, so that I can attach one of the sleeves.
Excellent. It's interesting because when I opened out some of the fabrics, you can't, you know how sometimes there's a definite right or wrong side?
Sure, yeah.
With these, I'm like, you could wear it either way, like they're such good quality.
Yeah. A tip I sometimes share with people is to use chalk to just mark the wrong side. Your sort of tailor's chalk.
Sure.
So that when you've cut away the selvage, because the selvage will let you know which is the right and wrong side if it's not that obvious.
Yes.
So if you mark the wrong side with chalk, I think that's in the book as well.
Great.
If you mark the wrong side with chalk, then you'll still know which is the wrong side, even when you've cut your selvage away. Yeah. Or you could use a pin like I've done.
Yeah.
But no, they're so, I think they're just so bold and bright, and part of their real unique feature is that they are printed on both sides. You don't find that with many other, with many other cotton fabrics.
No, it's great. Yes, are they 100% cotton?
Oh, so yeah, they are. They are 100% cotton.
That's why they feel so nice. So you're just going all the way down that side there?
Yeah.
Again, centimetre?
Again, a centimetre seam allowance.
Lovely. Can I also show off some of these beautiful clothes that we've got here?
Yeah.
If I may. Beautiful. We'll come to them in just a second. I see you've overlocked that. Do you need an overlocker?
You don't need an overlocker. You can use the zigzag stitch on your machine. And the finishing of the seams is not, if you haven't done it, it's not fatal on these fabrics, because they are quite structured.
Yeah, and forgiving.
Yeah. And there's not much fraying. There will be fraying once they've been washed post-sewing.
Yes.
So there will be fraying at the seams if you haven't finished them. But if you haven't, it's not the end of the world.
That's good stuff. Now, have a look at these. I've got my eye on these. They're beautiful. Oh, I like this, elasticated waist. That's always useful for, again, when we're able to go and eat out at restaurants. You know, have you ever had a big meal and then you're like, oh my gosh, I need to... No, you don't need to worry. Also, I think these are really good holiday culottes, don't you think? Like when the weather's nice and bright, and I feel like, you know, strolling on the beach with these, that's beautiful. Then look at this fabric. Wow. This is a lovely one, a Adaku.
It's actually a similar design in a different colourway.
It's absolutely stunning.
Fab.
Again, so bold and bright.
It is fab, that one.
I can see why you got addicted to these fabrics. I really can. You just move that like that. And then, let's have a look. Beautiful skirt. Look how flowing this is. Oh yes, is that on the front cover? Yes. Here we go, let's bring this in. And you're sporting this one.
Yeah.
It's stunning. I love how much flow it's got to it. Is there something a little bit 1950s style?
Yes.
Yeah. Meg said that at the same time as me. We were reading each other's minds. That's gorgeous. And then we've got another skirt here, slightly more A-line. But all of these are in the book, brand new to us today at just $11.99. You've got 25 garments and accessories in the book to keep you going. How are you getting on there? Good stuff.
Nearly at the end of this seam.
Cool. Oh, now Meg's just done some calculations. Per pattern, it works out at only 48 pence. That's
Yes.
very, very nice. Thank you. You're spoiling us, Adaki. Nearly there. Oh, such beautiful print. Pinks, purples, blues, all my faves. Again, if you want to ask any questions, remember Adaku is back at 7 o'clock this evening. Oh, now nearly a third of the stock of the book has gone. Just $11.99 there. 18 months, I believe you spent on this, so you've really put your heart and soul into it.
No, it was a lot of work. So
when was the first time you appeared on this channel? Can you remember?
it was, I believe it was it 2020?
Yeah.
March.
Okay.
I think.
What I was going to ask is, I know we might not have time now, but if you have made any garments out of these beautiful fabrics, we would love to see what you've made. Please send it. See, there you go. Adaku would love to see, and I would love to see. And Catherine is with Adaku at 7 o'clock. So you can send your pictures to studio@hochanda.com, or you can pop them onto Facebook. We'd like a nice pose as well.
Okay, so you'll have your dress wrong side out.
Yeah.
Your sleeve right side out. And you'll literally pop the sleeve into the armhole and match it so that the side seam of the sleeve matches the side seam of the dress. And then you'll just pin that armhole. Before I proceed, let me just make sure that I've got this the right. This is the, so I didn't finish this, did I? So this is the, but it's fine. So this is my front, because I know that's my front because my pocket's here.
Lovely. I love the pocket. I really do.
And here I've got my single notch touching or facing, lined up with the front. So that's fine. And then I'll just pin all the way around. This isn't one of the sleeves where you sort of gather and set it in. This is quite an easy one.
That's good.
I know that the dress you pulled out before in the other colourway.
The lovely red one.
Yeah,
I'll bring,
that's
shall I bring
quite
it in?
That's quite an impressive sleeve.
Oh yes, look at that lovely ruching. That's fabulous. So it gives a nice little gather, doesn't it? Can you see there? There you are. Oh, lovely. And I love the way that the sleeve comes in as well. Gives you nice little cuffs. Nice. There we are. How are you getting on?
Yeah, really well.
Excellent.
Really well.
This hour has absolutely flown. We've only got about like 7 minutes or something. What are you going to be making at 7 o'clock?
So the pencil case, I thought I'd do an accessory at 7 o'clock. It's just behind me. Don't know if people can see. Am I in the way?
No,
probably.
Oh, you might just need to step to one side.
Yep.
Yeah, excellent.
Yep. Can you see
this
that?
This one in the lovely bright, bold colours?
No, the one just below.
Oh, I love that fabric. Oh, we're just coming to it. Is that like a peacock fabric?
Yes, yes.
Oh, it's lush.
But I'm going to be making it, I can't remember the fabric I'm making it in now, but I'll be making it in one of the fabrics we have on sale.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Okay, good stuff. Yes, so do join Adaku with Catherine at 7 p.m. Catherine absolutely adores sewing, so I'm
great.
She'll be asking. I keep saying I haven't got into it yet. The operative word is yet. Or I have to take it back up again. As I said, it's probably about 7 years ago I went to classes and made a couple of skirts.
Sure.
I remember being terrified of the overlocker, but then once you get going, isn't there something addictive about an overlocker?
The overlocker is so much fun. It's just noisy. Well, mine is. Maybe newer ones are less noisy, but mine is very noisy.
It's like you start off really tentative, and then you're like, this is fun. You're like,
I was forever petrified of swerving off.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter if you swerve off on your machine. If you swerve off on the overlocker, uh-oh, that's not good. I was terrified of that for a while, but then, yeah, it's fun.
A question I always like to ask guests is, how many sewing machines do you own?
Not many.
Not many?
No, I need to get out more. I have a machine and I have an overlocker.
No, that's cool though. Not many people have an overlocker.
I need to get much more.
Cool.
Okay, so then you'll literally just stitch.
There it is.
All the way round.
Nice. And then after you've gone all the way around here, would you mind having it one more flick through the book for us? But you carry on for a little bit. We've got about 5 minutes.
Great.
So would you recommend pins rather than the little clips you get for this?
No, either.
It doesn't matter.
Either. The pins are fine. Clips are also fine. I would say if you're bag making, then definitely the clips make life a lot easier, because bag making you're using fusible fleece and other interfacing, which tends to make the seams bulky.
Yeah.
And pins often can't really do the job.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you're just taking your time, make sure, and take those pins out as you go.
As you go.
Yeah. You never want the needle to go over the pin, which I know everybody knows. One of those things. I'm sure we've all had our accidents.
Yes.
I mean, had you sewn a little bit before you started going to classes? Or
Nothing.
Complete beginner?
Nothing at all. I was a complete beginner.
Do you get time to do any other crafts, or it's just mainly sewing?
Do I get time to do other crafts? Not really, although I'm tempted by embroidery.
Are you?
Yeah. It just looks so relaxing.
Embroidery is something I do a lot of.
Okay.
I'm going to have to
ask you what your craft was, or if you did a craft.
Oh, mate. Yeah. Okay. So, oh yes, I know the viewers have heard this many a time, but before I was here. Here we go. It's the old story, but Adaku hasn't heard. Before I was here, the only crafts I did was cross stitch and colouring, and then I sold this channel to myself, and I now have a full craft room, much to my other half's disdain, because I'm taking up the house basically. So I do lots of card making.
Oh yeah.
But I do love my embroidery, which I was introduced to on this channel. So yeah.
No,
yeah.
I'm very much looking forward when there's time.
When there's time, yeah. It's very relaxing.
And knitting as well. Knitting looks like a lot of fun. You know, I mean, how do I explain this? Knitting seems to, knitting's quite modern.
It is.
It's sort of very modern. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
That's cool. We are now nearly 40% of the stock gone on Adaku's brand new book. Haven't seen it on this channel before. It's $11.99. How many projects did we say? 25 vibrant. Oh, there you go. 26 including the mask. I like that. So it's just $11.99, brand new today. It is on an introductory price as well. Item number is 704940. Again, just a reminder, it's dispatched from the 5th of March. Not long to wait, actually. What are we on the 20? What date is it today? 26th, is it? Yeah. We're on the 26th, so only a week away. But then, be lovely. We've got about 2 minutes, Daku. That's all we've got left.
Nearly there?
Yep, wonderful. And the instructions in the book are really nice and easy to follow, step by step, very, very detailed.
Someone on Instagram messaged me today to say that she's already made the top, the skirt, and the pinafore.
Great stuff.
I think she's only. I'm sure she's only had it this week. So
she was desperate to get her hands on it.
That was great.
Once you've made things with your African wax fabrics, I mean, you can do these in any fabric,
of course,
can't you?
Yeah.
Okay. There we go. Right. Look at that, perfect timing, I have to say.
Just flip it around.
Yeah.
And voila.
Nice, there you go. There's that beautiful, that looks perfect. Look at that.
Right.
And it's so, again, so flattering. I've really enjoyed wearing this dress. I really have.
You wanted me to look
very
through the book?
quickly,
Sure.
yeah, if that's all right.
Sure.
I've got like a minute. But
did you want me to?
Yeah, just a little flick through.
Okay.
Great.
So the first project you'll see is the Althea skirt, the purple and green that's there.
Yeah.
And then you've got the jumpsuit. We also tried to make sure that you shouldn't need to get too much else. There will be some accessories, sort of some notions, I should say,
yeah.
binding, buttons, but we've really tried to make sure that we keep those to an absolute minimum.
Excellent.
So that you can just mainly use the fabric with just a few notions that you'll have to get.
Thank you so much, Adaki.
Oh, you're welcome.
It's been an absolute pleasure. Really nice to meet you. Because I don't know why, it's just how the shifts work, that we haven't been able to work together before, but I've really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you.
Good
Lovely
stuff.
meeting you, Alex.
Likewise. Right, as I said, Adaki will be back at 7 p.m. I know our lovely Catherine is going to really enjoy this show and the fabrics and the book also. Right, don't go anywhere. More after this. We've got a Dreamies happy hour and the lovely Lou Sims is in the building, followed by Sentimentally Yours. It is the 2nd anniversary, and after that, Matthew Palmer One Day Special launch.
Can you believe it's been 2 years of Sentimentally Yours here at Hochanda? Please join me for our very special birthday celebrations, starting from the 26th of February at 10 a.m. and ending on Sunday the 28th of February. You will not want to miss these birthday celebrations, launching with the brand new products that I am super excited about. Then we have a one-day special launching on the Saturday. This is gorgeous, and we have a secret, very, very special guest coming in to launch that for you. Then we also have Trudy Howard's gorgeous brand new release launching on the same weekend. What a treat. I cannot wait for these birthday celebrations. So put the dates in your diary and make sure you don't miss the Sentimentally Yours 2nd anniversary birthday celebration shows.
Hi, I'm Emma.
And I'm Pam.
And we're from Quilters Trading Post. We've been open since 2007, so we're coming up to 10 years now.
We started our business in Cambridge, really, with a long-arm quilting machine. We decided we wanted to make a proper business of it, so we bought a shop in this area. We soon grew out of that because we became successful, and we bought a school, and now we're in the school.
We have 4 parts to our business. We have the quilting service, we run workshops, we sell patchwork and quilting threads, fabrics and notions, and we do patterns and books. That's our newest thing, and our favourite being our Crafters Carry-All.
We've really enjoyed being on Hochanda. It's made us famous, really. We've got lots of people who now come into the shop and tell us that they've seen us, and that they've enjoyed the demonstrations, and they've watched us over and over again.
Make sure you don't miss our shows here on Hochanda.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, Hochanda has been awarded the top accolade of Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers. And we're honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence, based on the reviews from over 60,000 Hochanda customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hello, I'm Barbara.
And I'm Julie.
And together we're Scarlet Rose Crafts. We're a family-run business, been in business for 2 years, and our aim is to bring new and innovative new products to the crafting industry.
We've both been involved in crafting industry for many years, and we're continuing to move forward with our new company now.
The Easy Matte Plate is our flagship product, followed by our innovative Easy Shim product.
Our range includes diamond trail plates, ultra-sized dies, cards and sticky sheets.
We're constantly developing new and unusual products, so watch this space.
On our shows, we hope to inspire you with our products so that you can carry on crafting, because our motto is, because we can.
So don't miss the Scarlet Rose craft shows on Hochanda.
Hi, I'm Emma, the Cricut demonstrator here on Hochanda. Cricut is a range of tools, machines and accessories that allow you to work with hundreds of materials. I love Cricut because it allows me to take craft projects I have in my head and make them a reality. You can customise and personalise your papercraft projects, your home decor, clothing. You can work with iron-on vinyl, paper, card, wood, fabrics. The possibilities are endless. On the shows on Hochanda, I hope I can inspire you with ideas to help you become your creative best with Cricut. So make sure you don't miss the Cricut shows on Hochanda.
Well, hello there. Yes, we do have some happy hour deals for you. It's 4 o'clock. We're here with products from Dreamies, of course, but we haven't got the ladies here. We've got Lou with us this afternoon. That sounded like Lou Withers, but it wasn't. It's Lou Sims. Lou with us. Hello. Oh, TV. That's what happens when you get two ladies with the same first name. And it is a happy hour. We do have some happy hour deals for you. There's some new items as well. So, of course, we're going to show you absolutely everything. Now, I am going to say, be shopping ahead of us. Do go to the website. In fact, we're going to take you over there now because we have got some great deals for you, of course. And we've got demonstrations, of course, from Lou. Now, we've got some brand new todays. And we've got those happy hour deals for you as well. Some of the items you may or may not have seen before. Perhaps you've missed out in the past, or you're filling those gaps, so this is your opportunity to possibly save some good money as well. We've got all sorts. In fact, we've got paper, we've got ink, we've got dies, embossing folders. We've got all sorts of wonderful goodies for you. But it doesn't get much better than Lou Sims, does it? Yeah, I did promise you a treat. Let's have a look at our first bundle because, of course, this is our ray of sunshine. Now, you do get the stamp set and you can see it's sunflowers. That's what we're talking about here. Although I think they could be juniper's as well, Lou. Do you not agree?
Yeah, just stamp the middle part in a different colour and then round the outside in the petals and you've got a totally different flower again.
You certainly have, haven't you? And what I love about Dreamy is not only we've got beautiful florals, they're not too difficult to cut out and we get sentiments in there as well. And, of course, you can see you've got the paper pad as well. Now, you've got 10 stamps in total. We do have the double-sided papers for you as well. And, of course, you can see these are definitely sunflowers, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. What I love about these is you've got kind of the vivid colours and then more of a diffused effect, haven't you, Lou?
Yeah, definitely. So you've got the choice then of which side you actually, you want to use to.
That's pretty, isn't it? Very pretty. Ooh, nice and bold, that one.
Isn't it beautiful?
That is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. There we are. If you want to use this one, you could cut that straight down the centre if you wanted to. Couldn't you use that on DL cards?
BC, I would actually turn it the other way round and do top and bottom and then fussy cut around the bottom and put a photo mount in.
Yeah.
And you've got a really quick and simple scrapbook page.
You certainly have. You've got options. Oh, I love the fact we've got dots in here. Gorgeous. And there, that's nice, isn't it? Almost a lattice work there. Made of the sunflowers. And again, if I just turn this one around, you've kind of got the best of everything there because you've got the diffused centre there, but that vivid effect on the sides there with those beautiful sunflowers. Only $17.99. Don't forget, you are getting the stamps in there. There are 10 stamps. Absolutely beautiful. 655-284 is the item number. And I can tell you almost 20% of the stock has already gone. We've only got 1 hour for Dreamies today. So, of course, the happy hour deals as well. Wherever you see those happy hour prices, they will finish at the end of this current hour. So let's tell you about some more because, of course, we do have more to talk to you about. Now, we've got some sentiments for you with an iris. Well, one of my favourite flowers. You don't see iris that often on stamps, I don't think.
No, you don't, do you?
No, this is beautiful. You've got the butterflies on there as well. Stop and smell the flowers. What else have we got on there? We're just having a good look at that. Oh, I like that little emblem in the corner there as well. Happiness is homemade. Oh, I like that. That's beautiful. Again, these, it may be an iris, but you could turn that into other flowers as well. Nothing too difficult to cut out if you wanted to cut it low.
Oh, not at all. And they are very easy to cut out because I like snipping all of them out. And they're great to actually layer on top of each other as well to make 3D.
Yes, of course.
So you could cut out the blooms and put the blooms back on top of each other again. And they're very, very easy. But then I think if you change the colours and made them slightly your pinks and your blues, you've got a sweet pea look to them as well.
Yeah, very true. I think you could see a lot of different flowers in these, actually. I found my favourite motto of today. Difficult roads often lead to beautiful destinations. Oh, yeah, Oh, Lou's just pointed at something on the demonstration now. She's going to use those words in her demonstration. I didn't know that either. I like that. That is really nice, isn't it? Again, you've got a whole bundle here. In fact, look, 17 stamps is what you're getting in total for just $14.99. Lovely that you've got those different sentiments. You've got the florals, you've got the butterflies. A quarter of the stock has gone, 567464. But we're staying with the floral theme because we have got more for you as well. Now, there's 4 stamps here. Look at these. Oh, these are beautiful as well. No, I've just heard the price. I've just seen the price, in fact. $16.99 for 4 sets here. I've got to say as well, Lou, that you've got different designs within these sets as well. You've got almost a border there. You've got the full flowers. You've got the flowers that you can layer together. You've got plenty of detail. You've got a spray there if you want it. So, again, lots of opportunity to work with these in different ways.
I mean, the border there, I mean, on a square card blank, like a 7x7, and stamp on all 4 sides. You've actually got a floral frame straight away with a simple sentiment.
I didn't even see the bees first time looking.
But they are beautiful.
These are beautiful. They really are. Don't miss out on this. New today. $16.99 is the price. You're getting all 4 sets, remember. 645915. I have got a few different samples here, and it just shows, again, the variation that you can achieve from these. Loving the flowers here. Obviously, these have been stamped. You can see the detail. Different ways to lay. I mean, you can go really sort of very full with your flowers. You could curl them more. You could use them quite flat. You've got all those different opportunities. Take advantage of this bundle, because at that price, I don't think you can see much better. 645915 is the item number. Almost 20% of the stock has gone. Just got another sample actually here. Can I just show you this one quickly? Because we've got the MDF as well for you. It just shows how if you want to make your home decor, this will work beautifully as well. Gorgeous. But we do have more. I did promise you some happy hour prices as well, didn't I? So we've got some inks for you. Now, you might have seen these before. We've got the inks, we've got the re-inkers as well. Now, these are such beautiful colours as well. These are your shades of sparkle. So, look, they've got just the slightest hint of sparkle without being over-powerful, haven't they?
Yeah, they have. And when you get the bottles, you'll see that there might be a separation. Now, just shake them up. That's deliberate.
Okay, yeah.
So don't think like, oh, there's something wrong with them. It just shows you haven't mixed the 2 mediums together. It's no different if we put them in our drawers when we use any of our sprays with micas and things like that. The heavier item always sinks to the bottom.
True. It certainly is true. Well, this is great because you have got those little dinky inkies, as we call them, and then, of course, you've got the re-inkers. You can paint with these. You can make your own spritzes with these as well. This is a great deal. Now, the price there you see on the screen for Freedom members, you are saving £31.69. This isn't that far off a half-price deal. £33.26. That's delivered, of course. I do want to mention the MDF that we've got, the little container that you can put together to go with these as well. You may have seen when the ladies were here doing the one-day special, Carol always has this by her side. This is a great buy. If you're going for the inks and the re-inkers, these work perfectly. Pop one of those in your basket as well. For $9.99, you can put all your little ink pads in the bottom. That just pulls out, and then all the bottles, the re-inkers, go into the top, but you can still see all the colours. So everything's nice and compact, but you can see exactly what you're reaching for. Really good buy, that one. 418936. Then we've got fabulous blooms for you. Happiness blooms, sorry. They are fabulous though, aren't they? And they're definitely bringing a smile to everybody's face. You've got the Wellingtons there with a gorgeous floral display in there. Once again, you've got sentiments here. The happiest people don't have the best of everything, but they make the best of everything. That's a nice phrase as well.
It speaks on many different levels, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Now, we mentioned sweet peas. You've actually got a sweet pea here, haven't you?
But these are beautiful.
Bees, they are good. You've got the bees again, but they're a very different bee to the previous one that we saw.
Now, I've snipped into those. They don't look like that. You can snip into them and create lots of different layers, but you can actually really snip into these and separate the flowers, separate the leaf, and really layer up in a different way.
Oh, these are lovely, aren't they? And of course, you're getting all three of these for £22.97. We're just looking at the final stamp set here. There's the Wellingtons look with the boots. I love those wellies if you stamp onto pattern paper as well, if you want really sort of patterned ones. The sunflower paper would work very, very well, actually. Absolutely gorgeous. And we've got three sets there with the sentiments, 15 stamps in total, all under item number 769967. And one or two more samples for you as well. Oh, aren't they lovely? That's a lovely card, isn't it? I love how you've got that definition there. When you open that up, look, you've got the... Let me just put one down so I can do that properly. Look at that. Wow. Oh, that's lovely. I've not seen that sample before. And this is nice as well. Nice and bright. Look at this one. There we go. Again, the dimensions you're getting with the style of the card there, that works very, very well. And we can see those bees on there as well. £22.97, as I say, £7 saving here. It works out per set at £7.66 per set. So that really is a great buy. 769967 is the item number. Now we're moving away from stamps and we're moving on to dies. So once again, you may have seen these on a previous one-day special. These are absolutely wonderful. It's just a shame we haven't got some more samples here actually, because the ladies from Dreamers did do some gorgeous samples. But I think Lou might be using some of these throughout. Now we've got Flexi on this one as well. You've got 24 dies in total here, an £8 saving. 2 payments of £17.50. Now we're looking at the spin card creator die set here. Let me just lift this up. I just hope that if I open this up, they're all going to fall out. Yes, they are. They're all going to fall out. They were stuck in, but one of them obviously isn't anymore. We will get that back. Now this is wonderful. I think the best way to look at it is, of course, you can appreciate what this one does from the front. I do know that all of these dies that we're going to show you now, if you construct them in a certain way, they will all fold completely flat. But when you stand them up, they're very, very dimensional. So that's your creator die set. 24 dies, as I say, in total in that one set, 497189. Then we have the spin card. Oh, that was the spin card. The next one is, let's have a look, the Tricon. The Tricon. I don't know if I dare open this one now. Oh, there. This one's not going to fall out, I don't think. There we are. That's what you're getting. Those beautiful panels in here as well. And you wouldn't believe that would fall flat, but it will. And there's different variations of how to make the cards as well, or the projects. So you can do it in different ways. Lovely sample there on the front. 19 dies in total in this one. And of course, I'm sure you will still be able to, well, I know you will be able to get on Rewind the shows still from the previous shows where the ladies were making these up during demonstrations as well. 913901 is the item number. Again, make some, your cards or your constructive projects very, very elaborate, or you could keep them a little bit more simplified. But all in all, you've got some beautiful dies in there with some gorgeous detailed panels. But we do have more, because the next one, now this is your trifold pop-up. And you can see why it's called that, can't you, as well? Another one that will go flat, of course, but it really makes a statement. It's like a little stage. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Lovely inspiration on the packaging there as well. 17 dies in this one. You may have already got lots of the papers from the Dreamies as well. Maybe you're adding in the sunflower. That would look beautiful in those sunflower papers. £34.99, another £8 saving here. 897436 is the item number. Let me just see if these are going to behave themselves. Right, that's what you're getting in the packaging. You can see all those different dies. Now we've got one more to tell you about, just as we're looking at this one. Lovely detail in this one again. You've got the diamond easel. Now this is one that I think, every time I look at this particular set, I can see ways of making nice pockets in your albums as well. I mean, of course it can make cards. You can change this around there. You can use these dies in so many different ways. Very nice indeed. £34.99 again, another £8 saving. Different item number, 572574. Let's just open that one up. There's your dies in there as well. Really pretty. Look at the shape of those. Very nice indeed. 11 dies in total. There we go. So maybe you missed these out before and you want to go back and, pop these in your basket today. You certainly can do that. Now, we do have more to tell you about as well. So let's just have another look at the website. Do be shopping ahead, as I said, because we've got lots and lots of goodies for you on today's show. Some really nice items indeed as well. We've got some embossing folders, we've got of course the dies, we've got the stamps, we've got the inks, we've got new today's as well. In fact, I don't know if we might be telling you about the embossing folders next. They're a really, really lovely design, each one of them as well. In fact, I think that's what we are going to do. Because they're right here, look. Now we'll change the details. I know it's hard to see exactly what you're getting when they're in the packaging like that. Now these, we'll try and get in as close as we can. Now what you've got here is the wintry textures. 3 individual folders. Now one of them is almost like a cable knit, which is really, really attractive. Then you've got almost a fair isle, I suppose, sort of design. And then we have kind of a checkered design as well, which is really, really nice. I don't know if Lou's been using these at all. Yes, she's nodding her head at me, so we will get to see these. I know it is difficult to see them as we're looking at them now, but they're absolutely beautiful. If we can't see them, you know, oh, that one's a little bit clearer, isn't it? We'll try and get some card or something a little bit later so we can show you the detail here as well. £19.97 though, a £7 saving, 538459 is the item number. We'll show you on the actual stills so we can see, we can pick out the detail a bit more. I think that's a little bit clearer. They are absolutely beautiful though, and a great price because you've got that saving. It's a happy hour saving once again. Now, something else that I've got my eye on, actually, I love, love, love the next items. Now, these are under the Timber Boutique banner, and we have got for you, of course, the background stamps. Now, there are 2 here in this bundle, getting both of these, an £11 saving. I absolutely love these. There are a couple of swatches at the back as well. So when we've had a look at the stamps themselves, we'll have a look at the swatches as well. They are beautiful. And, of course, depending on how you use your inks, you know, how one ink, possibly, if you want to sort of do multiple coloured inks, if you want to do your embossing, of course you can do that. Go with your sticky inks maybe, a little bit of gilding flake perhaps. Really, really lovely designs. Both of those for that price under item number 836526. We've got another bundle to tell you about as well. Right, now then, I am a little bit squashed in the corner, but hopefully you can see these. We're bringing the details here as well. These are very nice. You've got lots of different elements here, and I can see on the first one that we're looking at there, you've got a layering effect on these, haven't you, Lou?
Actually a really easy layering effect, but can be very effective. So you can go very traditional with them.
Yeah.
Or you can, I loved making backgrounds, especially with the lavender one, with the background stamps we had, and you've got really flat designs then. But they're actually quite easy to cut out and multi-layer on top of each other as well. So they are beautiful, you know, versatile. You can use them in lots and lots of different ways.
You certainly can. Now, the packaging has got writing on, so it's a little bit difficult for you to see. But if I just compare, I don't know if you can see very well, the stamps to the packaging, they are much bigger than they appear on the packaging. So they're not true to size on the front, but of course that's there so you can see the detail. But the stamps themselves are really generous size. Lovely, lovely stamp set, that one actually. And then of course we have also got, Lou's just mentioned it, the lavender there. Love the fact that you've got the stalks and the lavender flowers and the pots all separate, so you can build those up in so many different ways. We've got a couple of samples either side of the stamps here as well. Of course you can use those together. £14.98 is the price. There's a £12 saving on these as well. £792.328. Gorgeous. So there is a lot to think about, isn't there? Now we've also got some 7-day savers for you as well. So let's have a reminder of some of those. We do have a box kit from Phil as well. So let's look at the details for that one. There it is, Sentimentally Yours. You've got the Stamping Special Box Kit. It's issue number 3 with the exclusive A4 paper pack and watercolour in there. Now you're saving £10 on this one. £14.98 is going to get you that whole kit. Item number 211453. We've also got some Pink Frog watercolour card for you as well. That reminds me, we've got a one-day special with Matthew Palmer coming up later. There it is, 280 GSM, 80 sheets in total, a £16 saving, so essentially half price on this one, 422157. And the foam tape, don't forget about this one of your essentials. Now you've got the jumbo reel here, the permanent foam tape. This is 1 centimetre wide and you get 40 metres in total. That's huge. £9 saving, just £9.99, 893518. Now I think it's time for a demonstration, Lou, don't you?
Yeah, I don't mind playing.
Come on then, let's do it.
Right, I thought I'd do something a little bit different just to show actually how versatile everything we've got on the counter and make something a little bit more art journal-y, more mixed pretty mixed media.
Okay, lovely.
And using absolutely everything. So I've made a start, and I'm actually using the inks that we've got, and I've gone for a couple of them, and I've gone for the Primrose and Peachy. Now, you only need a very little, and I mean a very little, goes an incredibly long way. And because they're water-based, I can do lots of... I mean, I love watercolouring and I love making... But I just wanted to... the vibrancy, and this is just spreading out. Now, you could use your ink pad if you didn't want to do it the way I'm doing it, and I just want to add a little bit of the peachy in. But what I've done is, by using it this way, I'm actually going to make myself a background that's got a slight shimmer to it.
Oh, nice.
Because the inks have got that beautiful
sparkle.
sparkle in. So let's put a little bit more water on, and then I can spread them out. And I just... So we can do it that way, and I just want to put a little bit more of the peachy colour there.
You are literally just putting a drop
I am putting the tiniest of drops, because they are very intense, and because I want to make a wash, because I put that on the wet, that's why it's got that mark there, but we'll cover that doesn't matter. So that's my background. I just want to give it a quick blast, and it won't take long. But I'll lift it up. This has got such a lovely, subtle sheen, little sparkle to it, as well as some hairs from my from my paintbrush. It's like crafting at home with the dog.
Our eagle-eyed Jimmy spotted that, you know.
Did he?
He did.
Just turn it over. I'm just going to do both sides. Let's blot off the excess. So we've got that there.
Now, we have got the details for the ink and the re-inkers on the screen there. This is a happy hour deal, don't forget. Freedom members, you are saving £31.69. Getting an awful lot for your money there, as you've just seen from Lou. You know, the tiniest little dot is going to go a long, long way. Use with your water as well. I mean, there's so many reasons for going for these. Item number 826028.
So, I mean, it's got, I don't know if we can pick up the tiniest little, oh yes, you can.
Oh,
Tiniest little shimmer. So I've created a really nice, subtle, shimmery background automatically just by doing that.
Lovely.
Now I'm taking one of the background stamps that we've got, and I'm going to use the ink, but I'm not going to do the whole of the background. I just want to pick up elements of it.
That's a beautiful stamp, isn't it?
It's gorgeous, but it's one of those ones that you could, you know, do all together, or just do little elements of it. And another thing with these inks, which I've been doing, and I've had great fun doing, is rather than waste or clean my stamp, is spritzing. The amount of different you'll get.
Oh, I like that, Lou.
So I just want to do little bits like that. And I'm just going to give it a quick blast, because I actually want to put another colour. So this is beautiful on top.
It's a lovely design. And
sorry, I'm turning it over now.
Two stamps here, two background stamps.
I mean, yeah, you could do it as a whole background, or as a, you know, as a smaller background. Then what I want to do, I've got a little bit of the peachy left, but I want to grab a bit of the primrose. Now, this isn't going to really show, because obviously it's a lemon yellow colour on a lemon yellowy background, but it will give me a little bit of a ghosting that I want to add in places. Also, it reactivates some of the other ink as well, so I can pick up and do it that way. So that's my background there. And I was just saying that when I've done them before, I mean, that was stamping using 2 or 3 colours, and that was doing it as is. But then I spritzed it, and I managed to get, you know, 2 more. I actually got 2 more after that as well. Oh, wow. And even these really watered out ones still retain their sparkle.
And even though that's a very highly patterned stamp, that would look beautiful over a printed paper as well.
And so, I mean, they'd still retain their sparkle and everything like that. So don't waste the ink on there, you know.
No,
get
definitely not.
You know, spritz them. So I've got that there. And then what I'm going to do is I want to bring in the other background stamp. I'm only drying it because I want to do a little bit of embossing.
Okay.
So let's straighten that. So I've got this one here.
And I want to get both of them together, so it makes them just £7.50 each.
And I'm going to do...
That's a penny less than that.
I mean, they're so versatile. I mean, because you can use the whole background, or you can use little of it, little bits of it. I mean, this embossed on a vellum, and then, you know, like tiny little pearls put in between on some of these, and then just a simple sentiment, and then you've got a background. And I just want to now just put some bits in different locations. I'm not being particular. Where I can feel a little bit more ink, I'm just putting it down. And because I've got
the ink, can't you? You can hear the stickiness.
Yeah. And I did have a piece of card ready, she says. If not, I'll use another background. I just want to put a little bit of white on here. So did I have a piece of card ready? I did. You know when you go, I did. So I'm just going to put that to...
Just white embossing powder, so that's going to pick up where you've just had that sticky ink there.
Yeah. And it's now, because the layer of the background stamp with the lemon was still a little bit damp, I'm now getting a mixture of both of them together.
That looks good. We've not even heated it yet.
No, and it's so you get a bit of both together. Let's just tidy that away before we end up with a big molten mess here.
We have had an email come in as well, Lou. This is from Pat. Oh, look at this. Now this is why you need to go for the storage to go with your shades of sparkle. Now you can see there you've got the inks in the bottom tray, then you've got all those bottles at the top, and even if you're looking from above you can see every colour of those inks. That's why I love this, you know, and it keeps it so compact. Now the footprint of this is very small, and that's why Pat loves this, because if you've got limited space, of course it doesn't take up much room, but it houses everything that you need so close to hand. Oh, Pat, thank you. And you've decorated that beautifully as well. Looks great, doesn't it? With the black, with all those colours. Really shows the colours off well.
It does, shows all the different colours of it. Right, OK, while you were doing that, I've embossed it.
I didn't even hear the heat gone.
I'm so happy I've got a really quiet heat. No, actually, I had done one earlier. Because it was a whole A4 piece. It would have taken a while to heat emboss, that's why. So that is it with just the different background on and layering it all up. But I've still got that little bit of sparkle in the background with all the different layers.
Lovely.
And I'm just going to take one of the inks, this Bordeaux, and I just want to go around the edges a little bit, just to bring a bit of a contrast colour in. I don't want to use a dark colour.
Oh, that works really well though, doesn't it?
Yeah, I just want to use like a warmish colour.
Yeah, it's definitely got warmth to it, Lou. Beautiful colours.
And then it colours a little bit of the embossing ink as well. And we'll do a little bit more here. She says, right, there we go. I'll move that out. So that's my background finish done. And it was just nice to show how to use the inks in a different way. Okay, now what I've done ahead is I have stamped out already the sunflower.
Okay.
And I just want to, just wet my brush. I just want to quickly colour it, and I'm going to use, I have a palette here and I put a little bit of the re-inkers in here and let them go dry and reactivate.
Yeah, but you can do that, can't you, because they're water-based, so I mean, there's no need for any waste.
Don't look at the state of my palette, but...
Now, we like that, Lou. We like to see it well used. That's what we love.
And so I am an impatient colourer. I openly admit it. The quicker the better for me. So I'm just going to put that in there like that. And then what I've done is I've taken, so I'm using the similar colours for my background. So I've got a little bit of the peachy, and I just want to add a little bit like that.
Just almost flicks with the brush then, that's all you need.
Yeah. And then I will blend them out.
Oh, that does look nice.
Well, the two colours tone together absolutely beautifully. That I can then pull the colours out.
So now, is it just water on your brush?
Yeah, just water, and I'm just dragging out all the colour that I've got there.
Okay.
As I said, I don't colour... Actually, that's a fib. I'd like to get my pencils out, and I like, you know, but I have to be in the mood. Okay, so we've got that there.
How you've done that, and it looks amazing.
And then what I wanted to do was we've got that centre, but it's got a lovely little shimmer to it. Can you see
oh,
that?
yes, you can see it there. And it's still drying at the moment. Yeah. That shimmer's going to come through more.
So what I thought was in the centre was I didn't want to... I ummed about doing embossing powder. Then I thought, well, no, let's try something else. Because why not? So what I've done is I took the inks and I started off with a little bit of the chocolate. And all I'm going to do is just put it on my paintbrush. Now, you could use the other end of your paintbrush. I'm using the brush end. And I just wanted to put little dots. Now, you could actually, if you had glitters, you know, like a chocolate glitter.
Yeah.
And I was just going to do it like that. And then I've taken the darker colour of the peachy there, and I'm just going to put that in between the two. because I just want to, you know, like when you've got like the effect of seeds.
Yeah. Do you know that works really well?
Now it will take slightly longer to dry, but then to build up the centre there. So in good fashion, she says, I have done earlier. So when they're dry, you've got the centre looking lovely and mottled with the colours blended together.
You can definitely see the sparkle there as well.
And you've got all the sparkle there. And I mean, I've cut it out.
That's lovely.
And it's a nice, quick, easy way to actually colour the flowers. Right, let's drag in a few bits I've got here.
You could even work with a little bit of green in the centre if you wanted to, as well as an alternative colour.
Little pop, or actually a little pop of the bright red as well, or just around the outside to really warm the flower up. Now what I've done is I've obviously coloured lots in advance, and I've taken the tricorn. Now we had this beautiful, beautiful decorative detail from the tricorn die set.
That's where you've got that from.
Yeah. So I've cut mine. I cut most of my die cuts in whites or creams because I love to colour them.
Yeah.
So, or I would make a background like we've just done now and then die cut it all out. It just gives me more scope to where you want to, you know, take things, as it were. So I'm just going to tear these and rip it in any way. And then
it could be a honeycomb, it could be a trellis, it could be your chicken wire, it could be all sorts of different things.
Yep.
That.
So we've got that there, and then all I did was I took the, where is it? Here we go, the chocolate, and I just literally pounced, and I'm not deliberately trying to colour all of it, just you know, portions of it. So that's going to go on the top, and then using the beautiful bronze, I'm going to go back over and fill the detail up with the bronze, but I've still got some. I like to leave some of the underneath cards showing because it gives me an automatic highlight and I don't have to add it back in again. It's lazy, but
wonderful. It really does.
Right,
what a different way to use that die set as well. When you think these card created dies, they make such wonderful shapes. But you've got to look at the different elements you get, the different panels, the different ways you can layer, snip into things as well.
Oh, totally. And you've got some beautiful decorative panels. And like you say, it's just looking at what you've got and trying to pick it in a different way. Now, you could go one step further with these, and we could cover them in embossing and added like in bronzes. So then, but we won't do that just, you know, when you just go, right, I've got some bits there. Now, I'm going to grab the big sunflower, and I did have a block ready, and I'm tidied up, sorry, and I put it away, which was a bit silly. So, what I want to do is just do a little bit of a panel here, and I'm still going to keep roughly to the same colours that I've been using.
Okay.
And I love small ink pads because you can do this. And then we've got a little bit of
These stamps are easy to just sort of add those colours separately as well, and especially with those ink pads because they are smaller. They're easy to sort of, well, in a sense, I prefer the smaller ones, you know, because for that reason you can pick out detail.
Totally. So we can sit there like this, and
just the right amount of detail in these stamps as well.
So now I can create.
Nice. Look at that.
And I've created the flower that's. I just wanted to show the adaptability of all the products down on the counter. And, you know, if you're the sort of person who likes to, you know, create a little bit of everything, we can do that. And it's actually having all the different colours. I think I'm actually using the same colour family that comes in the 3s there. Now, we could take it even one step further, but I haven't got my spritz with me. I'll see if I can spritz water on it. You could now spritz these and then let the colour blend out and capture a real watercolour background.
Loving that, yeah.
So we'll do one more.
Did you not find your spritzer, Lou? I know you were looking for it.
No, it's probably escaped from the bag and is having a nice little adventure in the back of my car somewhere.
Oh.
But you know when there's actually far too much in the back of your car to actually warrant...
Oh, it's not just me then?
No. Oh, no. I opened up the boot and went, no. You know, you just go, no.
Oh. Do you know I have a van, you see me driving it. Well, it's always full, so I've got my little car, which the idea was to save on fuel and not to clutter it out. Oh,
Did that work?
Well, actually, it's not too bad at the moment because I removed things last night, but it was rather full on the back seat last week.
Right, so I'm just going to use my paintbrushes. So I just wanted to create a nice watercolour, and we can blend.
We can see it there.
And we can then...
I love that stamp.
The stamp is beautiful, but this is like you were saying about how it doesn't have to be a sunflower. Change the colours into reds and blues, and you've got something totally different again. Right, so let's just...
I reckon as well, how many different sized sunflowers have we got in that one set, Lou?
So you've got... I'll show you. You've got the large one, which is my dirty one. You've got the middle next down. If I turn this over, you'll be able to see them better. You've got the middle next down. You've then got a smaller one. So you could layer all three together.
That's what I was just looking at. You can make chrysanthemums, couldn't you, by layering
But
them?
then you have this huge, huge set of three together as well. So you could actually use those. You could have these behind. You know, there is so much scope with the actual set. And then you get 2 leaves to go with it as well. But those, like I said, I won't waste that ink on that. When I get home, I will spritz it, you know, when you just go. But that now gives a totally different look. So we've got like a watercolour washed out look. And if I carried on adding more and more water, it would have blended further and further and further and further. Okay, so I'm going to trim this a little bit because I want it to look...
You're brave. Just trim it with the scissors. How do you do it so straight, Lou?
Oh, is it straight?
Well, it looks good to me.
Well, it's not too bad. I don't know. You know, when you go, I don't know. So what I wanted to do was make up like an art journal page. So I've got all my layers here, and this was going to be my panel. And what I was going to do is I've then got these to sit here, and I could tear into these even further, and we could break them up to have them in lots of different ways. So I could have one just peeking around, and we could have one just at the top. So it's looking at all your beautiful detail in all your die-cut panels and seeing what you can do. Now, what I then did was I have stamped the stamps.
Okay.
And I've stamped all of them, and I want to thread... Oh, she says, you know, when nothing's stuck down. So I will stick everything down and show. So I've then got the actual stamps here. And as you were saying about all the different layers, so I've got the bigger... I've got all the different layers here, and I build it up, and I'm going to put one just there. And then I've got some leaves, and I've used the inks there, so we could add some more colour and
the
detail.
Green really makes the colours work, doesn't it?
So
Green pulls everything together.
It does, doesn't it? We can put that there. And then I've actually done the leaves again, but I haven't coloured them, so I've got a little bit of a light to contrast to match with there. And then finally... She says, I've got that sentiment you like.
Oh, I love this sentiment.
So I've got...
It's my motto of the day, this one.
Is it?
Yeah.
So we could ink around the edges. So we've got difficult roads, and we've got often lead to, and then we've got, you know, beautiful destinations.
Love it. Oh, look, that looks so nice.
So it was just to show that, you know, they don't have to be used for cards or anything like that. You can actually extend everything on the counter and go the direction you like to go in.
Exactly. No rules, that's what we always say. That is absolutely gorgeous. Using, of course, the stamps there from our first bundle. You didn't even touch the actual papers there, look, you made your own background, but you are getting the stamps and the papers together. Let's bring the details back in. We'll have a recap on this one. Ray of Sunshine. Let's have another look at the papers as well. Now, you do get the paper pad. How many sheets in total are we getting in this paper pad? 48 sheets. They're double-sided. They're all 8x8 as well. 120 GSM, which is what we expect from Dreamies, actually, which is a lovely weight because you can still ink over the top, you can still spritz, you can emboss, you can cut into them as well. You can stamp over the top. I mean, I agree with Lou about this one. You know, you could use that. You could cut it down the centre and go with DL. You could go that way as well. I think cutting around the flower petals to sort of bring those forward as well would be beautiful. You've got that lovely, lovely spotty yellow on the back. Isn't that gorgeous? That lemon or that yellow that's been used in this paper pad is absolutely gorgeous. You've got that huge sunflower there. I mean, that again makes a statement on its own, doesn't it? And then, of course, you've got that very pretty reverse side of that one as well. And then this is nice because you've got those very vivid colours, the really bright yellows, but then if you want to sort of soften it a little bit, you've already got that diffused side there as well. So all of the stamps and the paper pad for just £17.99. It is the new today. 655284 is the item number. And a reminder of the stamps that you get in there, because you are getting, of course, that spray of flowers. You've got the individual flower heads. You've got the sentiments in there as well. You've got those leaves. It is busy on this one, actually. Check those baskets out. Almost 2/3 of the stock has gone. 655284. Don't miss out on those. If ever there's a flower that makes you smile, it is a sunflower, I think. Definitely. But you can take it further than that. Gerbera, as we said, chrysanthemums, it's your decision. Now, the next item, this is really lovely as well. We've got the iris here, but we did say earlier, we can see ways that you can turn this into other flowers as well. You know, it could be a fantasy flower. You've got your butterflies. You've got your sentiments again here. Almost half of the stock has gone on this bundle. You are getting 17 stamps in total here. Those pretty little butterflies. Love that little motif in the corner there as well. Really nice. Item number 567464. It's another new today as well. I'll give you a reminder of 1 or 2 samples as well. There's that phrase, look, the sentiment there that Lou's just used, which is my go-to sentiment of today. But there's lots of sentiments there that are going to suit day in, day out, isn't there? Beautiful. Love it. Do you know, that works again, whether you want to go with really vivid colours or very soft colours. As in this card that I'm just holding here, very, very soft when it comes to the colour palette. Let me just pick this blue one up again, because this is complete contrast, showing how you can use the different flowers. Oh, that's from the next one. I've picked that one up, sorry. I shouldn't have picked that one up. I'm sneaking that one ahead. But that one works, doesn't it? And of course, you can go with those vivid colours as well. Let's have a look. Now we can go to that card I've just shown you, because it's in this next set. You see, there's so many goodies here, so many great buys. You're getting 4 stamp sets in this one bundle. Love this because you've got the border in there, you've got the whole spray of flowers there, you've got the individual flower heads. That's a lovely border, in fact. And again, you could cut into that in so many different ways. You've got the centimetres, the sentiments in there as well. Lovely detail in each of the layers of the flowers here. Just the right amount. That's what I think you see with Dreamies. If you want to stamp, there's not too much you still want to colour, but there's enough if you just want to add very little colour. As Lou was saying, with your watercolours, your inks perhaps, those bees are gorgeous in there as well. Lots of different ways that you could layer these. Mix them with your other stamps, and then perhaps if you've got dies as well. There we are. There's that sample. Now it works, doesn't it? Beautiful. 645915 is the item number. Then the inks, we're onto those happy hour deals, aren't we? So the inks themselves, they're not just the inks on by themselves, you've got the re-inkers as well. Now this is almost half price as a Freedom member. £31.69 is your saving. Don't forget, if you want to go for the storage, you can do as well. But we're looking at the details at the moment for the inks and the ink pads. 826028. You have got the shades of sparkle there. They've got that hint of shimmer in there, which is absolutely beautiful. And of course, as a Freedom member, that's where the biggest saving is. Lots of lovely colours here. And we did see Pat's picture as well, didn't we? And she's got the storage, and what a lovely way to sort of keep everything close to hand on your desk as well. We'll bring the details in for the storage, in fact. Bottom of the screen, £9.99 is the price, 418936. Oh, look at the clock as well. You've got 18 minutes and a little bit more to get your happy hour deals. You must check those baskets out before the top of the hour to get the deals before the price goes up. Right, next one. We have got here more stamps for the Happiness Blooms. Now, £22.97 is the price. You're getting all 3 sets here. There are 15 stamps in total. A third of the stock has gone. Once again, if you want to cut these out, you can. If you want to stamp directly, you can. If you want to overstamp onto your pattern papers, you've got that choice as well. Those lovely, pretty butterflies in there. Everything's to such a lovely size. You know, for your regular size cards, your bigger cards, it's all going to work. Scrapbooks, journals, as you've seen with Lou, you can build your backgrounds up. In fact, it's endless. £22.97 for all 3 sets, those 15 stamps in total, with that saving of £7. That's pretty, isn't it? Lots of ways to snip into these stamps as well, as you can see there. I love this one, though. I think this is my favourite one that's here, actually. Love that. I just love those wellies. I mean, you can change the colour of those so easily. As I say, stamp onto flowery paper and make them a little bit more feminine, if you like, or, you know, flowery wellies, children's wellies. They could be anything that you want them to be. And, of course, there we've got the bees in there as well. Beautiful. 769967 is the item number for that one. Next up, we're moving on to the dies now. Now, the Spin Card Creator is the first one we're going to look at. All these dies have got different item numbers. Almost 40% of the stock has gone. If you have a good look at the picture on the front there, you can see how this works. It will fold flat. Obviously, if you're adding embellishments, then you might be thinking about sort of bulking it out a little bit there. But it just works beautifully. And when you open that up, that centerpiece will spin, so you can put sentiments on both sides. You can really go to town with decorating these. Lovely die set. What's great about this for me is you don't have to think about doing any measuring and scoring. It's all done for you. And you can build the frames up. They're just fantastic. £8 saving, $34.99, $497,189. And then you have the tricorn. Now this is lovely. Once again, you've got those beautiful panels in this one. I'm going to open this one up. I didn't open the other because I know we've got one that keeps wanting to escape. But there you can see those lovely panels. In fact, I know one of those panels has been used in a previous card I did show you as well. That, is, of course, is where Lou got that trellis or that honeycomb effect from as well. Really pretty, this one. Lots of detail for you. $34.99 is the price. 913901. Then we have the trifold. This really does make a statement. This is another pop-up for you. I mean, again, I can see ways that you could incorporate this into an album. So when you open the pages, maybe it pops up. I think when you get these home, have a bit of a play. Try a few different ideas. I think you'll be amazed with what you can achieve. Now, we have got the flexi-buy on these as well. 2 payments of £17.50, $897,436 if you want to go for that particular one. And then coming up finally, this is the one I think this lends itself really well to maybe making kind of almost envelopes or pockets for your albums as well. But of course, you can create the diamond easel card as you're seeing on the packaging there. Absolutely beautiful. $34.99 once again. Another £8 saving on this one. $572,574. Now, we have got some more to tell you about. Remember the embossing folders? Oh, I hope we do get to see these. These are really, really nice, actually. 6x6 is the size. You've got 3 of them all together. These are really lovely. They're almost a cable knit. You've got a fair iron. There's almost a check in there. The plaid, that's the name I was looking for. $19.97 is the price. A £7 saving here. $538,459. Now, don't forget, with the inks, with the happy hour deal we've got, if you can afford to go for the storage as well, this really is worthwhile. Only $9.99. 418936 is the item number. Then we've got some more stamps for you because, of course, we've got Timber Boutique for you as well. Oh, those backgrounds. These are very nice indeed. You're getting both of these for that price, $14.98. These are back in stock. They have sold out previously. £11 saving here. You're only paying $7.49 each. 836526 is the item number. Then we have another lovely set, the layering florals. This is very clever, actually. You can get some beautiful detail from these. Love the fact that the lavender, you've got the stalks or the stems, you've got the flower heads and the pots all separate, so you can really build out those pots, so you can just go with sprigs here and there. £12 saving, $14.98 is the price, $792,328. Then, of course, we do have 7-day savers. They always launch on a Sunday, and we've got some to tell you about, remind you about as well. We've got Sentimentally Yours, the Stamping Box Kit. This is issue number 3. You're saving £10 here. $14.98 is the price. 211453. And then we have Watercolour card for you as well. This is a good buy. 280 GSM, 80 sheets in total. You're saving £16, so a half price deal. 422157. And finally, we have for you, here's the details, the foam tape. Stock up on this, you get 40 metres. This is a centimetre wide, and it's from Walther Strong as well. 893518, only $9.99. Oh, and you've only got 13 minutes left on the happy hour deals. Don't forget about that. Sylvia has emailed in, and she says that foam tape is great quality. She's bought it. It's brilliant, so don't hesitate and buy yours as well. An essential, I think, Lou.
Definitely,
yes,
definitely.
Definitely. Oh, you've got the embossing folders there.
I have. I didn't know. I've got some black cards. I mean, I'm using that one, but I didn't know whether you wanted to quickly see the detail against the black. So like you were saying, this was a beautiful Fair Isle pattern.
Yeah.
So you can see it a little bit better. I like it because it can be either way, horizontal or vertical, or actually, you know, just snippable into borders, you know, a continuous border. So we've got that one. So that, I mean, they're all year round. I mean, this one is beautiful. Nice. Because put a gem, just a simple gem in there, and you've got a little flower.
Yeah, and again, you've got your border strips if you want to cut into it.
And then this is the one I'm going to use, which is the checkerboard. I like this one, if I can get into it, she says. let's put that one there so we can see there. So you've got all the different...
That is nice. Lots of detail again.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember years ago when we used to get piercing tools and actually pierce all the... that just like it's crying out for that, doesn't it, sort of thing? Right, just move them there. Right, I'm going to use the spin card.
Okay.
Okay, but I've done... what I wanted to show everybody was on the back of all the packaging, there is the how-to to put the cards together,
Wonderful.
what to cut, what order to do it in, all the different layers. So, you know, you're not left alone.
No.
If that makes sense. So that's on the back of all of those dies.
Okay.
So what I've done is I've cut out all the pieces as instructed, but I thought what would be really, really nice is once I've cut them out, I've then embossed them.
Now that looks really, really effective, doesn't it?
So I've embossed the front and then I've embossed, so the back panel then is also, so the back of the card, so the whole of the card blank.
Posh.
I know,
That's
I
very
thought.
nice.
And then we get, and then I got a bit carried away, I'm being honest here, and then we get these wonderful dies that go around to make the frame. And you could cut them from your decorative papers. And I thought, oh, OK, why not emboss those as well? So I've embossed those and just gone around the edge so it acts. So I've still got all of that beautiful detail in there.
Out the detail there.
And they fit. So when you've cut those out, if you cut all 4 of them out, I was like, but they don't. They fit. Absolutely. They sit inside the folder perfectly. So that when you emboss them, they actually touch each other, so you can get all your pattern to be continuous.
Okay,
That's if you're that sort of person.
Well, I remember the first time I saw this die set, and I was really impressed, the fact that you do get the frame in there, because if you're ever trying to sort of mitre corners and build frames yourself, it's not that easy to get it accurate, is it?
So then I've decorated the inside because I knew we were. So these are the mitered corners, and I've embossed all of those, and I've just inked the edges. And I just thought it was nice to have a really tactile card. So I've got my panel to go there. I'm going to remember my panel this time. I made the welly card when I made it, sort of thing. I said, oh, I must put my panel on somewhere you can write. And then I made it all and went, oh, look, we've got nowhere to write.
Oh, did you do the blue welly card?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that card.
Well, it had to be blue because my actual wellies are blue.
Are they?
Yeah, the ones I walk, walk the dog in. Well, I have, yeah. And I have my other boots that, you know, the ones that are the really grim ones that you can go in all sorts of weather as well, sort of thing. But.
Oh, they're the best sort, though.
So I've got my background there, that'll sit there decorated, and I have cut all the different elements that we need to create the spinner. And the panels, you get all the beautiful panel dies that you need to create all your matten layers as well, and they all come apart. And all I did was to carry on with the... you know, the embossed feel, the embossed tape. I've embossed those as well, because I thought...
You have gone to town.
I have. I thought it was lovely, and it's a nice tactile. And because of the shape of the spinner card, I thought this folder went perfectly with it because of the squares. So we've got to have all those together.
Just 4 minutes left, Lou.
OK, I might not stick it all down. So what I have done is I have gone ahead and I've stamped out some of the panels. So I've used that beautiful stamp that you were saying, the iris.
Yeah.
But I thought it'd be nice to colour it a different way as well.
Okay.
So I've grabbed, where's my paintbrush, she says, and I'm just going to, as you can see, I've got different ones coloured.
Do you use the inks again here, then?
Yeah. The only reason I use the inks in a palette is I do watercolour a lot, and to keep putting the ink pad onto a blending mat, I just find that time-consuming, whereas just one little drop in there goes a long way.
As you said, if it dries, you can reactivate it
Yeah,
as well, so there's no waste.
because they're water-based. And that's the main reason I put mine in a palette. It's not for any other reason. It's because I'm lazy, and it's quicker to do this than it is just to keep pouncing the ink pad.
I know what that flower's reminding me of as well. The top one that you've painted in, the cyclamen.
Yes! So we're going to do that. Let's clean my brush. I've moved my cloth. And then I just want to pull the colour out just slightly. Because what I want to do is, whilst I've got a lot of water on this, in pulling the colour out, I'm technically pulling the sparkle bit away.
Yeah.
So...
Do you know, such a lovely effect, and it's not difficult for anyone. If you think you can't colour, just follow Lou's routine here, and it is very, very simple to do, but so effective.
And I'm just... And the tiniest amount of ink has gone a long way. And I've actually stamped it in the beautiful, I think this is the beautiful Bordeaux colour.
It's a very dusky sort of...
It is, isn't it, sort of thing. And this, so we've got that there. Now, obviously I carry on.
We've only got a minute left, Lou. Would you leave?
And then what I wanted to do, I'll get everything, what I wanted to do was take an embossing pen and in the centre here, put embossing dots and put gold.
Oh, nice.
You know, to do the centre that way. So I will do that. So we'll just get a few bits stuck. So we'll just get that stuck down. And where's my glue? I did have it out. And we'll put the twist card. I think I've put a little bit too much glue there. So that is going to sit on the top like that.
Lovely stuff.
And we'll just put a little bit glue. Now on the panel, on the back of the dies, your hand is absolutely held about where to put glue.
Now limited stock on the spin card die. So if you want yours, make sure you check your baskets out. And it is a happy hour deal as well.
Oh, really? It's gone?
Yeah, Ray of Sunshine has just sold out as well. That was a new today.
Right,
all in baskets, all allocated. Please check those baskets out.
Right, so just before I push the glue really down in place, I just want to wiggle the panel there. And we can get that,
nice and central.
Nice and central. Yeah. Right, okay, so I can, now I know it's going to go there, nice and central. I can put a little bit more glue on here.
And as I said earlier, Lou, all of the score lines are built into the dies.
Yeah.
You don't have to measure, you don't have to work it out for yourself. It's done.
And even the instructions go down to as far as saying valley, you know, mountain and things like that. So we've got that sitting there like that. So what
5 seconds, Lou.
I'm going to do that, like that. So we've got this here, and what I've done is I've taken the same stamp and I've done my borders, like so.
Oh, we're going to take this to the wire.
Going to there.
Keep going.
Okay, that one's going to go there because I didn't want one there. I've got that one to sit there.
Limited stock on the iris stamp as well now.
That one's to go on there. And then I'd stamped out some butterflies to stick on the top, and I had a sentiment as well.
Almost 5 seconds, that's all we've got left. Lou, thank you so much. We did take that to the wire, but don't go anywhere. There's more to come. Stay with us. Phew, we only just made it then, didn't we? We've got Sentimentally Yours, 2nd anniversary with Julia coming up next. Then, of course, Matthew Palmer's here with the one-day special. And then we're back with Dovetailed London Fabrics.
Exciting news! For the 5th year in a row, Hochanda has been awarded the top accolade of Platinum Trusted Service Award from Feefo. These awards recognise businesses that deliver exceptional experiences as rated by you, our customers. And we're honoured to have been selected. The Trusted Service Award means you can shop with confidence, based on the reviews from over 60,000 Hochanda customer experiences. Thank you for your independent reviews. It means a lot to us.
Hi, I'm Barbara Gray from Claritystamp Limited. We're well known in the industry for designing and manufacturing top quality, award-winning craft products. As with all craft projects, you need a good starting place, a great stamp, a top quality stencil, and in recent times we've developed the groovy parchment art system so that your line art is perfect on parchment. Another exciting development to come from the marriage between parchment and our stamp company is the fabulous designer papers and now the designer parchment. There is nothing like it. Each groovy plate is precision etched, and by simply getting in the groove with a stylus, you can easily transfer great designs onto parchment. Groovy is a modular